So, disclaimer, I really don't know much about the meta. I know Cat Bastion, I know Kiriko Lucio is a lot weaker from an outsider's perspective. Obviously, a lot of like the Diva Zarya stuff is also a bit weaker too. And so teams have kind of had to ban and play around that Cat Bastion, assuming that there aren't several maps that are a little bit out of place. We saw a little bit of Mizuki, I know that. Whether that was anti-diva, whether that was just because of his heal value, whether it was because Root has been undervalued, or whether it's because his ultimate got a pretty big buff recently. We'll have to kind of wait and see. So big thing here is that there's going to be some variety. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more question mindset rather than criticize mindset, because obviously I am going in blind in terms of compositional. And also because the meta is so messy, we're not going to be our expectations of like the perfectly executed macro is going to be lower as well, because the teams are still experimenting with stuff. Thanks for the sub, dude. I don't have access to the replay viewer. I don't have the interest unless it's something really important to pull up a POV. We'll pull up OBS Sojourn if we need to. But yeah, let's just take a look here. The story between these two teams is that these guys have matched before. Yes, I will trash on supports anyway. That's exactly right. Actually, that's not true. Who's VP's support? Who's that main support that I'm always dunking on? Who is that guy? I'm always dunking on him. Fixa. Yeah, Fixa is a criminal. Basically, it's going to be messy. It's going to be messy. Crazy Raccoon TM, these guys have had historic matchups repeatedly. Most recently, what was it in the last finals? TM is crazy. TM is the Western goats. Crazy Raccoon, pretty inarguably, are the Eastern goats and have been so consistently for some time. I say this every time we review them. You look at Crazy Raccoon's roster, and maybe with the exception of Vigilante, who's definitely up there, but still kind of has some time to prove himself. These guys are like the GOATs at their position, almost inarguably, or certainly up there. And I think to a lesser extent, that also applies to Twisted Minds. I think Simple's done a phenomenal job with this team. TVNT is an up-and-comer, sure, but to call him an up-and-comer is kind of a misnomer. This guy's been like probably the best Western tank for like the last year. Yubi's just insanely good at the heroes that he plays and has carried this team repeatedly to high level. Quartz arguably has been off and on maybe the best DPS player in the world for like the last year and a half, 2 years. Not always, but has probably been consistently up there. Astro is the best Western main support, I think, up there with Admiral. So, yeah. Insane. So, let's just enjoy this, and we'll take a look here.
Even for foreign teams, right? Yeah. They have come out to support. The energy has been.
Looks like now again, I don't know the context of what has been played so far in this tournament. I didn't watch any games, so I'm kind of going in blind for the most part. I watched maybe a map and a half. So we've got Cat Bastion, Pharah. Cat Bastion, because I guess Cat Bastion is good. You reposition your Bastion, you play that around your turret timing, GG's. Ball's good in this point. Junbin's good at ball. Pharah's insanely good on this map. Insanely good with the verticality. Maybe you don't run her on Ruins, but she's very, very good. He's saying also very good at Pharah. Vigilante, wall climb, the way to reposition themselves. Like, if you were to, like, tie me to a chair and electrocute me, I would probably say that minus the Cat Bastion, which is definitely like a little meta thing, but honestly, Cat's still good here. All of these heroes are like the meta heroes in this map. Like, they're all the meta heroes. Like, maybe Diva here could technically be better if she wasn't just nerfed a lot. I think Diva's probably weaker than Ball in a vacuum right now, and also Junbin's better at Ball. Also, Diva was banned. Never mind. So there you go. But yeah, these heroes are just insanely good on this map. Like, insanely good. Like, I don't think there's nothing you'd change here. The Ana ban from Twisted Minds. Who banned first? Crazy Raccoon? So TVNT is insane at Ana, or Diva, sorry, and then that allows him to kind of rotate. I think Diva would be really good versus what Crazy Raccoon is running, so that's why they ban Diva. And then TM bans Ana, and the reason I think that they ban Ana is I think that's a Ruins ban. Is that a Ruins ban? An Ilios Ruins ban? So it's like super, super long sightlines ban. And that's going to be kind of punishing to a lot of the stuff. I would be surprised. Well, maybe they play Ana here. Ana would be super risky on this map. Ana would also be super risky on Well, but maybe they could play it well enough to make it work, no pun intended. But Ruins, I think Ana would be lethal. The sightlines are really, 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 really long. Yeah, so it's a fine ban. It's maybe a little early for that ban, because I don't think Ana's like that good here. I mean, Symmetra Teleport is pretty good versus Ana, but maybe it's okay. Yeah, has to be though. Has to be the Ruins, I think. But yeah, these bans make sense. The comps make sense. I'm curious to see how team will make it. I don't think you can rotate the point in Turtle without a Diva or a Ryan or something. So maybe they will just see some flip the map rotations, try to catch the ball, the Pharah, the Cat Bastion out of position, and then Quartz just hits a couple of shots. So Malga's just going to be kind of probably operating on his own, but we will see. Again, I'm not going to try to not analyze it too much more outside of the intro stuff. They bait the engage, they disengage. There's the Cat Bastion. They have to be really careful, though, with cast. There's the teleport to flip. The teleport is kind of failed. And you can kind of see, like, they're just... Crazy Raccoon's just angling around the map. Yeah, Quartz gets punished for that rotation. We're not going to go back and watch every single moment there, but good surround there from Crazy Raccoon. Cassie's easily the most important person on this composition right here. I guess you could argue Kiriko, but definitely the most important person because that's your punch threat. Without Cassie, nothing on Crazy Raccoon really dies. So. Quartz goes Bastion. Do they mirror? No way you run Sim Bastion, right? Is it? Surely the Cassie has better punching power there, right? That's really... This is a strange... Okay, they go Cat Bastion. All right, sure. Just more chaos. Sim, chaos. I mean, Twisted Minds... objectively have the inferior composition. I actually think Malga's okay, but like Sim versus Pharah, I'd way rather prefer the Pharah, but hero strengths, Sim can work. Teleport to point. They're going to try to flip point, I guess, with Sim. Bastion ult's good. Oh, Yubi just gets hit. There's just too many angles. Too many angles. Pharah damage, Bastion damage. Then their Cat Bastion has to be respectful. Yeah. This is rough. Dishonest map, yeah. I think like the impetus here is on Twisted Minds to do something crazy. That's why I feel like Cat Bastion is a strange choice here, because like I just don't think you can. Again, I'm going completely blind. I don't think you can beat these guys in Cat Bastion if you're not running heroes that are to your, or running a map that's to your strength. Like I'm fine with the Sim and the Malgo, whatever, but like I feel like you got to introduce like inject more off meta chaos, because like. You're playing Cat Bastion, and then your 3v3 is you're just at a disadvantage. Like, Pharah is just better than Sim, you know? So you can see it, like the Cat Bastion, and then the Pharah is just completely annihilating people on point. And then, meanwhile, all they did with the Sim was go to point, and they didn't even get the flip. Give up this map and maybe do a weaker ban than on it. I don't know if it's too... I would have said it's Doomer... if they had a serious composition to play here. But there's just no way. There's just no way that this... that's why I really don't like the cast swap. I think like the cast, you could just introduce enough chaos and you can just get lucky. Quartz can just hit shots. But as soon as Quartz is on Bastion, that chance is gone. That's not happening anymore. I mean, they don't even get a chance to get their ults off. Like, they're just completely smoked. That's it. It's well played by CR. Really nice setup. I think TM just looks completely unprepared for this map. Like, I know they tried it once, but, like, you tried it once. And Quartz, you know, Quartz gets luckier in that initial rotate. Maybe he gets the trade there. I don't understand. I think this feels like a mistake. Hog? It's more like it. That's more like it. Still don't like the Cat Bastion, but, yeah. It's more like it. Roll the RNG. Roll the RNG. Ah. What is happening here? Like, how is he... Wait, what happens here? He's just out of position, right? They give up that lane, but as soon as you give up that lane, then your Bastion is transitioning into form. So this is the nice thing about tempo. If you want to talk about like the timing of your engage. When you dictate tempo off of good teams' timing and you don't have Matrix or Bubble, then your Bastion is swapping into turret form while the other Bastion is still shooting. So you see this, like, Quartz is not shooting, which means his armor's gone, which means now he's returning fire, but it's over. And without, like, that can be punished if there's a Matrix, because then their Bastion is going to have his turret form end earlier, and then you might have overextended. But if without Matrix, it's just over. So, like, this is why I just don't like the Cat Bastion if you can't mirror their timing, or you can't mirror that macro. I think the Hog is fine. I think Hog is good in the map. Hog is chaotic. Hog is good in the matchup. Also, the damage reduction. Right, exactly, because you don't have the damage reduction until you're in turret form, right? Okay, there we go. 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 This is more like it. Just mix it up, man. Mix it up, man.
There's another hero he can play, but
I mean, you're still likely to lose, but at least you can go down being like, yeah, we gave it a good shot. We're playing heroes that there's a chance, you know? So if they lose this, honestly, sure. Oh, that's such a ridiculous boop. Like, that's fine. Like, that's not a bad HP trade if he doesn't get double booped there. You take that. That's all right. That's unlucky. It's a good play. Yeah, and then now it's just like whatever. Yeah, Hog is fine here. It's just a ridiculous play from Junbin to double boop him from the corner. Because he got the hook. He had a nasty HP trade there. They can follow up off of that. Like, again, right there. Good hook. It's fine.
And over the top, over the spawn. Oh no, Matt. This is not a position you want to see. High noon.
Sure.
Beautiful response. So wrong. Runs for cover. Quartz finds nothing.
He also, so the other problem here is, like, Yukasti needs Silver Bullet. He needs Silver Bullet. And because we wasted time on Bastion, he doesn't have Silver Bullet just yet.
Just kind of posturing here. Oh, Quartz. Has he ever been shut down?
Have we been able to rotate with Lucio? I wonder if we could have rotated with Lucio there. I don't know. It's a good try.
This is not the answer to this.
Good trade.
Raccoon comp right now. It has just been a drubbing here in map number 1 thus far. There's some kills here from TV and
Yeah, like
nobody else alive.
I honestly, like, I don't even mind the UB sim, like, because at least he can play the hero well.
Just for good measure from Crazy Raccoon, but
I wouldn't have minded if they stayed with their initial comp, but
minefield zones players away.
wow,
He's saying takes down Quartz.
absolute mauling.
Comes towards the Roadhog. Stock will have it.
Okay, yeah, that's a maul, complete destruction.
Feels like him doing death state. The cat. Division, huge accomplishment, but you don't want to kind of go out.
It's really important that you don't lose that. You don't. Ruins probably is where they feel most comfortable, but unfortunately we never even got there. You think Hog is good here? Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, you have to mix it up. You have to mix it up. Diva's banned, you got to mix it up. Don't have a problem with it. Circuit Royale. Let's look at what we got here for bans. TM bans Bastion, no Cat Bastion, Tua, no Idiari, which probably means that they get to run the supports they feel that they're more confident on. I don't know if Simple is like, what would they run? Juno Idiari? Twist of Minds if they didn't ban it? Probably. Maybe they just don't feel like that. I don't know. Like, I'm not as familiar with what Twist of Minds would run in this map, but yeah, I don't know. They must feel that, hey, like, we want them to play Kiri because we're confident we can beat them on that. So Sigma, Ram, yeah, no surprises. Ram has Juno speed, so it's fine. Mei, Pharah, like, it's just poke, but the traditional poke heroes aren't as strong in this level because they're a little bit too RNG. Pharah's amazing gear has been good, especially when you hold the choke for, I mean, since Dallas, literally 2 years ago. So these comps are fine. These comps are fine. I wouldn't even be surprised if UB stayed, because Sim is pretty decent here. But yeah, I think both teams are pretty happy with how this turns out. And this will just be a skill check. The only difficult thing I think I would say is that I don't think Sojourn's that good. But I think Quartz is really good at Sojourn. So it's like, it's kind of tricky. Because it's like, you don't really have the one-shot threat anymore. And you're also very fragile. So I think Sojourn's fine, but definitely feels like the DPS is a little bit more out of place here. I do wonder about Widow on first point, at least. I do wonder. I wonder. The thing about the Widow is it's just not a controllable variable. You know, it's just not a controllable variable. Sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, we'll see. I would be surprised if we saw any major swaps up until second or third point. Then we probably see some swaps. The Wanderer, yeah. So Mizuki to me seems like, hey, the ult's really good in a lot of these matchups on a choke. The AoE healing is really good on a choke. The root's really good versus Ram. The damage output is really good versus Ram. I do think that the part of the equation as well is due to the fact that there are situations where Zen could get sped on. Obviously, teleport is a bit of a problem as well. And I think the biggest problem with Zen is that Transcendence is just not that great of an ultimate. It's too easy to beat around. So, yeah, I mean, again, I think this is like pretty fine. If not Mizuki, this would probably just be a Juno Kiriko mirror. Great hedge versus Diva, true. That's true. Yep.
Will that be something that Crazy Raccoon come to regret?
There's the Symmetra on the height, controlling the off angle. That's one thing that Sim does very well. Farah's trying to take that trade. So we'll see a lot of Farah angling, a lot of Kiri angling, a lot of Symmetra angling. Yeah, you can't. There's your Mizuki cycle. Yeah, see, this is what I like. So this is what Mizuki can do. So Choron goes, okay, 3, 2, 1, tank. He goes a little early, I'm not gonna lie, but hits the shot, scare, hit the wall, shield combo, now isolated, dead. Bam. That's a little bit of Mizuki creative value there. Now from Yubi, I would have preferred to be more patient, and then at some point try to synchronize your teleport across and then set up your angle for quartz here. So it was like this weird moment where they were all clumped, right? But they hadn't quite had the time to flip the map with one of their angles. So it's like it was really good timing from Crazy Raccoon. Yeah. And May is pretty good versus Sim for that. I will also highlight that it's kind of a bummer that they also didn't really control height. Like was it Soj up top? Yeah, Soj is up top, but we're not supporting. Like I would love to see them to actually do a proper split here with just the Kiri or the Juno. Again, TM just doesn't have the lane control there, either top or right in time. Yeah, the Soj gets there a little bit late. Yeah. That's the tricky thing with Sojourn, though, is it's really hard. So this is the downside of Sojourn. So Sojourn can take angles early, but she's a very bad duelist until she gets her rail. So if she takes that angle early, it might be easier for the Pharah to win that lane early and force her out. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's kind of the downside of Sojourn. Like for you to be able to contest lanes at this level, you kind of need rail, right? Once you get rail, you're like the best DPS in the game, basically. But so it's like a lot of Sojourns will wait till they build up something of a rail and then take the angle. But that means that if you mess up the timing of you take the angle, we've already lost, right? So that's why I think that there's some downsides to the Soj. It's also hard to build rail versus Sigma, I think. Yeah.
I mean, he's so much more than a hit scan. You can't even put a box around what Stalker can do.
TVNT goes Diva, but again, we've kind of talked about that. I feel like, okay, I'm gonna say it really quick. I don't know how this map goes, but I feel like TM have to play like disproportionately better here, right? Like this just feels rough. Like you don't have true speed, you don't have beat to layer consistently. You do have speed ring, and you do have Sim, which helps. But like, man, on this map versus Mizuki, Mei, Pharah, like if he's saying doesn't screw up, like this feels like a skill check versus Crazy Raccoon, right? This has to be a skill check. I mean, Diva's also nerfed too. Like Diva's less health, Diva's less burst. This is rough, man. This is rough. This is rough. I'm not liking this, right? And dude, you don't even have the layering of Diva Bomb. Diva Bomb is cheeks in this map. Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. It's literally Simwall, Sojol. Like, oh, man. Again, no angle control, right? No angle control. It's really hard to control angles early versus that Pharah. So much spam on that choke. Ugh. Kitsune Mirror. Maywall is ridiculous on this choke. Flux is layered on top. He hits the Sojourn. Sojourn gets pocket. TVNT gets DMAC'd in the mix, though. It's good layering. Really good layering. Perfect layering. And Diva just is the... Diva gets rolled. Just good fundamentals. Good macro. Good timing. Press. Angle. Kitsune. 1, 2, 3. Flux layered on top. Forces the rest of the resources. TVNT's naked. That's it. GG's. You have better angle control with Mei Pharah because you don't have to wait for teleport. And then TVNT is just getting smoked. Early Sojol, that should be mirrored. Yeah, I was going to say, should be mirrored by the Mizuki ult. This is where it's really, really good. And you can't just go into it anymore. It's like, it's more complicated than that. Twisted Minds really, really, really needs to layer Ray on top of this. But then that can get blizzarded. So it's really important that TVNT eats Blizzard. And then late fight Heasing. I don't think you can really go with Barrage right now. So this is the fight that TM needs to win. Right here. You need to use your Juno ult. You need to force the Blizzard, not die to the Blizzard or eat the Blizzard, and then Simwall on top of that. And then in theory, that will win you the layer or to win the fight. At very least, you will get Quartz out of the main choke. I'm surprised they're backing up. I feel that's a mistake. 1-for-1 trade is not good in this situation. It favors the defenders. I don't like that decision. I know it's stressful. I don't think it's an egregious error, but I disagree with that decision. Because now we've reset. Oh. Boosters has been used. Freeze, rock. They rock, so they can't get out. That's it. Why does Astro Ray this? It's such a weird Ray. Your Diva doesn't have even... Does your Diva have boosters? I feel like you need to, like, turn 3-2-1. And then we also need the angle. Like, nobody is on top right now for this push. Like, nobody's on top. Like, they're just... The timing here is off. This is an uncharacteristically goofy timed push here. Nobody's top. They haven't even turned the corner yet. And it's just instantly shut down by Wall, Rock, Blizzard, you know? So Heesing dies, but SGG's. Thank you, Dev. Oh, man. Losing to just Blizzard sucks. Oh, man. And if they... And crucially... You are in a situation now where they're gonna have Kitsune Flux soon. Freya's fine. I don't think Freya's that bad. I think Freya's like probably better, like more consistent pressure on that angle. It's immediate pressure, more importantly.
Now you're just searching deep in the bag for answers. So
better than Sem or Soj, maybe.
But you already have another Flux for Max.
Yeah, frick, man. Flux kills the push. Flux is like the reason that Flux is so good when Sigma is good, right? It's really bad in a lot of bad maps, but like where Sigma is good, Flux is basically a defensive ult. It's basically a defensive ult where it kills aggression in ways that a lot of other tank ults don't. Like Grav is another good defensive ult as well. It's just like it's so hard to force an engagement. So like there's the swing, there's the Sem. Oh no, they barrage. Where was he? Bro, that just comes out of nowhere. Okay, not a bad trade. I don't know about that Flux, man. That was not a good Flux. You need to be patient. You're fine. You don't need to force anything. Just respond to the push. Yeah, good disengage from Yubi. Great disengage from Twisted Minds there. I don't think they can force that there. Yeah, that's a crazy disengage. That's actually a really nice play from TM there. Really nice play. So this is your time. You need to play slow for Kitsu. They mirror Kitsu. You use some wall. They use Mizuku ult. And then maybe we get something from that mess. They need... Oh, no! Oh, they didn't get it in time. TVNT gets demech'd for free. Blizzard ult on top. Mizuki ult on top of that. Oh, no. Oh, this is just total chaos. Dude, the Diva TVNT getting picked there is so unfortunate. They should still win this. Yeah. Choron catches the free ult, yeah. Wow. Absolute curb stomp. Questionable compositional choices from TM. It's rough, man. Crazy Raccoon played it really well. They played the layering really, really well. TM had a chance there with a really nice disengage. I think if they get that Kitsune in time and TVNT isn't immediately demech'd. The problem is that TVNT gets rocked, immediately demech'd. You panic, 1, 2, 3 ults at the same time. That completely kills your ult economy. Completely. And then Crazy Raccoon can match that because you can just throw your ult on point. It's over. Nah. Wow. Yeah, it's insane. And also, yeah, I agree also as well, like the micro is insane too. Like, I mean, Max is like, they're just hitting so many shots. Like the thing that we're not really looking at because we're moving pretty quickly is just that like the mechanical side of things, like they're just hitting the shots, you know, like the Mei is good, the Sigma's good. And it's going to feel a lot worse when those characters are played at such a high level, you know? Zen, I mean, you got to try something, man. You got to try something. Zen is oppressive on that corner. So you have to try something.
if not the most flexible.
Did they mirror Zen?
Certainly one of them.
Or do they go Juno?
I think they like it against the diva. It looked like Choron's
They go
gonna
Juno.
back
Yeah.
because
Okay.
they're gonna play
So they're like, okay. Well, first off, it's Sigma, so Mizuki falls off a lot in terms of the Sigma mirror. And then you're like, well, we can mirror the range, or we can find a way to speed boost and take egg angles aggressively versus Zen. Remember, Zen doesn't have tempo. So remember the whole play fast versus playing slow? That's something that I always make fun of because it's actually more about playing your effective range. Well, with Zen, it's kind of complicated because Zen actually doesn't have tempo. So technically, the longer the fight goes that Zenyatta has relevance, the better it goes because he just keeps going. So yeah, if Juno hits a big speed ring, Zen doesn't have the burst cooldowns to be able to stop that. So I like the swap here. I think they should stay. I like Twisted Mind's comp. And theoretically in defense, maybe Quartz has more time to build a rail before the enemy team's peaks. It's okay. Yeah. But obviously, like, you're playing their game now, so it's difficult.
A little bit of a different look. It's kind of like a, you're playing it with this.
Why is this not going away? Oh, no. What did I tell you about Sojourn?
With this sim in the main.
I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe it's not so much Sojourn, but yeah. That's brutal.
But maybe with a whimper, the maze begins to swing wide.
I think they just need to be patient here. Swing your angle and yeah, just take early map control.
Going down 2-0.
Take early map control. Let's see what they do.
Terrifying fashion. Crazy Raccoon setting up for the final fight.
Yeah.
Fight this effectively here if you're Twisted Mind.
You speed ring, teleport, speed ring, and somebody's gonna die. They flip the map. I love that. Yeah, that's what Zen can't deal with that. Zen, time it, it's too fast. It's too fast. Simple is just completely caught naked. It's over. Great flip there. That's a TM level flip there. And then now they can just steal card away. That's it. GG's. Well played. Thank you, Liv. Why did Crazy Raccoon ban EDR? I think that they were confident they could beat them on literally every single support mirror, but technically I think that they were like, okay, these guys can play EDR. I mean, I don't know. That's my best guess. It's definitely, I think, one of the, like, not more suspect bans because, I mean, it's not that deep, but they were pretty confident. They're like, yeah, that's maybe a small advantage that Simple has is he can play that hero. That's it. Yeah. So it's like, I don't think you're scared of anything that TVNT can bring to the table there. The Diva's not as scary as it is in Ilios. You don't give a frick. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, TM, Crazy Raccoon is completely, like, they're at a compositional advantage every map. Like, every map so far. Every map. They found a way to make it work. And it just feels like TM, like, whether it was the Soj, just not there. Like, feels like they're always one step behind. Like, Quartz just can't do anything. And Quartz needs time. I'm going to pee real fast. I'll be right back. How do you win versus that? I just think about it. Okay, so let's just look at it from the Spylo perspective, okay? Just be cringe for a second. Off angles. Yeah, I washed my hands. Off angles, right? So what was TM's problem there? They didn't have any off angles. Why? Are TM stupid? No, they're not stupid, but it's really hard to take an off angle as a Sojourn into a Pharah that's getting pocket when you don't have rail. You know what I'm saying? So the Overwatch gets really, like, this is a rule even for ranked. Overwatch gets really freaking hard when you can't take angles into their angles. when the map or the matchup is so toxic that you're unable to take the matchup. Who's supposed to contest the Pharah if it's not a Sojourn without Rail? And you're like, well, then can you find a different angle? Not in Circuit Royale. No, not really. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. So when you're asking, like, what could team have played there? Not Sojourn. Unless you're actually consistently building Rail. Like, I'm not joking. Twisted Minds would have done better with a Mercy pocket than run Mercy Soj. At least then you're going to build your Rail a little faster. You know? So I think once TM swapped Freya, I think that's okay. I think Ram Freya would have been fine, because at least you have a character that can actively take her own angle or take the high ground consistently and provide immediate threat and be able to contest that duel without instantly dying. So yeah, Freya was fine. I think Freya was a fine swap there. I don't think the Diva was necessary. I think the Diva felt necessary because you didn't have a DPS off angle, so you can spam from 12 different directions, right? And or they wanted a solution for the ultimates that they had, so I understand that too. But I really don't think Ram was unplayable there. It's just we didn't have a DPS line. We didn't have a DPS line. Like, Yubi was unable to get a teleport angle, Quartz was unable to take a single angle, and they just got completely shoved. Completely shoved. You know? Ashe is too slow, right? Yeah, probably. Ashe is very risky. Ashe is very easy to unsettle. Yeah, so Ashe needs a little bit more space, and Freya has a much easier time fighting for it. So, dude, Cassidy would have been better there. Literally, Cassidy would have been better there. So, you know, I think that the Soj pick just didn't make a lot of sense. Sad to see Spilo go pee in a random stall while his humble, eager fan is... Dude, you guys... Yeah, so it was just like, basically with what team was playing, and to a lesser extent how they were playing it, although I think it was just unfortunate, is they just didn't have a single angle. Okay, anyway. What do we got here? TM bans Pharah. It's fine. Pharah's really good in this map. Probably not a good Cat Bastion map would be my expectations. Really low ceilings. Dude, I didn't understand what was being said. I'm saying Pharah ban's good. Pharah ban good. Nothing really there. Crazy Raccoon bans Juno, which means that they want to force them onto inferior heroes because these guys like Juno. Again, the Juno and the EDRE bans kind of feel like the same kind of thing where it's like, we're going to force you to play Lucio, who's a little bit weaker. We're going to force you to play Double Flex without allowing Astro to just kind of exist on Juno. It's like, you know, we will play our sexy, modern Mizuki Kiri. You know, we're not scared of your Lucio comps. They're just taking minor edges. Now, are there better bans? I don't know. I don't know like what TM likes to play in Kings Row. I don't know what they've shown on this map. A lot of these bands seem like Crazy Raccoon. I'm putting words in their mouth, but it feels like they maybe don't know exactly what team is going to run and they don't really care. They're mostly just going to take like a small advantage. Like, not allowing Funny Astro to play Juno is a guaranteed small advantage. And the same thing I think happens with the EDRE. So I don't think anyone's going to praise this as being like some big brain, giga brain ban, nor is it particularly obnoxious. It's just annoying and it's consistent. The Pharah ban's good. Yeah, the Pharah ban is good. Yeah, for sure. But, yeah. Does that make sense? So it feels maybe like the classic Korean ban where it's like, doesn't feel like super giga brain. They're just very confident in their play, in their style. And so they're just going to take a small advantage away from you. So, okay. Comp here from Crazy Raccoon is fine. It's a little weird. You could definitely feel how much weaker a lot of the other heroes are now, because you're seeing so much Sig. I mean, Sigma is fine here. Like, basically every tank is fine at this point, but this is definitely a map where you'd be like, oh, Diva or Zarya or Ram on the corner or something along those lines, and we're just not seeing that, you know, or Hazard, right? So it's different. It's different. Bastion is very strange. Bastion implies they're expecting Brawl of some sort, like a Ram Ryan. Something that like they could kind of punish. But Bastion's weird. Bastion is very weird. I don't know what I would expect as a result. I mean, heck, Genji. Like, as weird as that sounds, like, it's pretty good in this point. This is a pretty flexible point for DPS, but it's weird. It's weird. I'm curious to see what they do with the Bastion. Twisted Minds. They probably just swapped. I mean, Yubi's obviously going for a shot here, but like, did they just run this? They just run this? Let's see. Echo? Yeah, maybe Echo. Maybe Echo. Yeah, Echo would be. I was thinking about Echo.
An iconic classic here.
But see, this is where like the Bastion is like. This has to be a cooked up strat from Crazy Raccoon versus this, right? Like, they must think that the Bastion can work versus this, but I'm not so sure, man. Like, I really prefer the Genji versus this, or I prefer the Echo versus this. This is like a teleport clear high ground, and Ryan has the, like, one of the, I mean, Orisa is really good too. But Ryan, Orisa, we're talking about heroes that, like, if you get them on high ground, they just hold shield or they just mitigate, like, it's really hard to get rid of them for those few seconds. This could work. This could work. They could teleport top. Lamp and shift are pretty good for that burst survivability. And the problem with Crazy Raccoon's comp here is that because they're doing Bastion May, I don't see a lot of punish on this teleport unless they wall it.
In OWCS. Against the Bastion, though.
Yeah, you see, they're trying to wall it. You see that? They're trying to wall it. So they actually blocked off the teleport there. I think that's where they were playing the teleport there. So that's really smart by Heesang. But the Bastion's so weird. Chill and try again. Chill and try again. And the BAP is good here too, because this is one of those weird ganks where you're not taking an early angle, you're taking late angle, so the AoE heal of the BAP is actually pretty good.
He's played these games before.
3, 2, 1, teleport. You see what I'm saying though? Like, that is not, Bastion is not good. Bastion is not good in that. Bastion almost died there. Like, yeah, you can live the tempo with turret, maybe, but I don't know, man. Like, I want an angle there. I want an Echo Stickies there, or a Genji deflect or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. They're going to brute force it. They're going to brute force it. Yubi's 1 HP, TVNT. Did they get the trade? There's the angle from Yubi. It's really well played. Always can count on one of Twisted Mind's DPS taking that mid-fight angle. It's well played. It's well played. They get another teleport here. 3, 2, 1. Where's the teleport? Oh, they screwed it up. Oh no, that's good enough, I guess. What happened to Cho wrong there? That's it. Bastion? There's the Echo, okay. The funny thing is that the Mei is like not even that trash versus this, especially when she gets her perks. Like Blizzard's pretty good versus this. You could be super isolated and you're not really teleportable. Your ice block major perk is insane. I don't know. Weird.
There's no way this Ryan is going to look that good, right?
It's well played by TM.
They ditch the May. He's saying over to the Echo here.
I like the Echo swap. I don't know. I want to see Sulker swap.
No far available in this one.
This is like, you know what's funny? This is like the ranked thing. This is like I feel like we've had a couple moments already in this VOD where it's like big brain, low giga brain, like, and to me it's like low IQ. Bastion counter brawl. And then, like, we got the high IQ crazy Raccoon players, like Bastion counter brawl. That's actually not a good use of the meme because I actually think the high IQ players are idiot. I think the high IQ, I think they're wrong. I think they're wrong. I think the mid IQ, I think all the middling, the ones that watch the Spylo VODs with 105, I think you're right here. I think this Bastion's wrong. I think this is wrong. I think this is wrong. I just don't think he gets the punish. I don't think he gets the punish. You see what I'm saying? Sojold is used. Good layering from TM. They're going to Bastional. TVNT is just... TVNT can die for that, though. That's not the end of the world. Because, again, the classic TM mid-fight angle, it's not quite good enough there. But it was a good try. I don't know, man. That was a 2 for 1, 2, 3 ult trade. I think that favors TM. Quartz is going to go Bastion. It makes more sense for Twisted Minds to run Bastion if you can teleport the Bastion around.
The one thing Sanctuary won't save you from, though, is Reinhardt swinging that hammer inside of it.
Absolutely.
Shatter available too.
Brute force the angle with Rhine Shield. BAP window is kited. Kind of a bad BAP window, frankly. But at the same time, maybe you're willing to take that space for it. Simwall, Shorong, yep. They're just brute forcing it. They're just brute forcing it, man. They're just willing to use ults to push card. Who should Heesang copy? Surely you copy your own Sigma, right? Surely.
spot. I mean, it's a really weird spot.
Ooh, Yubi. Yubi goes for the angle, but they mistimed it.
Shatter comes in, but where's the follow-up? Max
Bastion copy?
corner. The car goes forward, but Crazy Raccoon have done
Yeah, so they cheat the off angles and they just brute force their ults to push point.
twisted minds, using some of the most powerful ultimates.
Do you see what I'm saying about the Bastion though? I mean, I sound like a broken record, but like Crazy Raccoon have all the angles
They are just
and they just don't get the punish, man.
simple. As I think
Yeah, I mean, it's a good strat from TM. If you can't control the angles, that is what you do.
a little bit longer. Max to his left decides to turn.
Now, this fight, you've used your sim wall. They've got flux and crap. You do have to do some angling here. You gotta do some angling here. You gotta, because you have to find a way to clear height or teleport on top of somebody or have Quartz do something sneaky or Yubi doing something sneaky. I mean, Yubi's trying his best to get those mid-fight angles. It's just like, it's not quite working out. But I don't think you can play this fight on point anymore. I think you push as far as you can. I think you have to actually properly win an honest fight.
Shatter him.
Thoughts of Mizuki here?
Alive a little bit
Fine. He's hard to push and teleport on. I don't know. What would you play instead of Mizuki here? I mean, unironically, Lucio wouldn't be too bad. You're also unable to be rotated on. It might have to be Lucio. Yeah, Wu-Ying wouldn't be terrible, but Wu-Ying I think is bad in this map, on this point. Because it's like, he's just too compressed. I honestly think Lucio might actually be good here for Crazy Raccoon. But yeah.
not enough to make a real
Zen is too TPable, exactly.
Very close to the second checkpoint though. You'll have an Ant Matrix here. You can maybe like TP Quartz in an odd spot.
Yeah, and it could also be that like that's why they're not playing Ram or Diva here. That's also true. Yep, that's true. It could be that insurance.
Reload on in. It looks like they're
There's the flip. I told you guys, we're gonna get some sort of high ground control or flank control. Do you see? It's like Bash is so freaking stupid, man. Like he's like, we should be like wrapping around and flanking and ganking and spanking and stuff. And it's like, dude, he's just sitting on the freaking cart. Like, there's the map flip. They're gonna steal point. I love that map window. And if they get the lamp here, they're cooking. They're gonna try to bash and ult. Oh man, this is stressful. This is a good try by Twisted Minds. This is hard to counter. Yeah, it's hard to counter that. I mean, that, hey, Bastional was good there. I'll give credit where credit's due. Bastional is nice there.
That was a little scary. Yubi just trying to farm some beam charge there and maybe see if he can kill Max.
Quartz is definitely a choice on Bastion. They haven't really TP'd. They've just TP'd to flip the map. Okay, so here's my problem. I'm cool if you want to use the Symmetra, the Bastion, but what they've essentially done is they've used their teleport to flip their team, not to flip Quartz. And whenever Twisted Minds looks best, it's when Quartz is playing either a hyper-mobile character or a slowly mobile character. The team is playing passive on main, and they use the SMTP to take an angle. The problem here, as you guys can kind of see, is they use the SMTP to flip the map, which I like, but Quartz is just freaking sitting here. You know? He's just sitting here. Whereas if he was playing Cass, you could teleport, and then Quartz would kind of lurk around here, you know? Or take the time to rotate high. Like Bastion just doesn't have that, you know? He just doesn't have that burst, you know? So it's like, it's weird to pick Bastion into this, and then you're not teleporting your Bastion. But I understand why they're not, because that's the whole point of running Symmetra here. I don't know. It's like they're flipping, but that they, I don't know. Like I don't like it. I don't like it. So I really don't like both Bastions here. I think the Bastion idea is there, but if you're gonna use this TP to flip the map, then you just don't have an off angle at all. What's up, Sen? I don't know. It's just odd. It's well played by Crazy Raccoon though. That's a good flux combo. All right. Oh man, what do you do here? Fake TP. Do you see what I'm freaking saying? Get off the bots, man. So look at this jackass. Look how slow and stupid he is, man. Can't do anything. It's the same reason why you don't run Zenyatta here, you know? Yeah. Nice job by TM. Really, really nice job. Good fake rotate. They cooked with it. Stalker goes Reaper? Is that just to get back faster? There's no way he runs Reaper versus this. Like, is Stalker my gold teammate? Like, is Stalker my gold teammate? Is Stalker my gold teammate? We're going bash and he swaps Reaper. Surely that was just like a get back faster swap or something. No way he plays Reaper versus this. He goes back Bastion. Oh, bless me. Dude, run Ashe here. Or Genji or I don't know. Run Torb. Run Torbjorn. Run Torbjorn. Freya. Torb. Anything. Mei. Yeah, exactly. Mei. For crying out loud. You were on a better hero. Or I guess he wasn't, but... Frick, dude. It's a good BAP window. And you know why it's a good BAP window? Because Bastion is a bad hero here, man. Because everybody else here can disengage and kite this. Not Bastion. So Bastion already has his turret form forced because he has to, because he's stupid and slow. And so you can't. So now you have had. Look at this guy. He's dead. He's freaking dead. He should be dead. But my point is that we've already had the spike of Bastion's value used just to disengage. Do you understand? He lives there because of tank mode. He disengaged because of tank mode. But that's the whole reason you're using Bastion in the first place. It's a good Sanctuary. It's also a good Simwall. A Simwall lasts longer though, so it should be better. Aw, so smart by Quartz. Quartz has no business doing this on Bastion. Being able to control that angle and force that, like, that's actually such a ridiculous play. That is he saying 1v5ing if he doesn't get marked there. Insane awareness there from Quartz on a hero like that too. I cannot believe Stalker is... Ah, my gosh. Force the objective, fight, don't lose to the angles. And hey, if you're playing into a Bastion, it don't matter that much. No, I would love Herloaf's take on this. I bet you Herloaf would be roasting Stalker right now. Sure, okay, thank goodness they're off of the Bastion. I mean, obviously you probably wouldn't run Bastion into Sigma here. Again, I think this is okay. I think Twisted Minds has time to set up, and so you can run Sigma kind of anchors on point, and all your DPS take angles around you. What's up, mate? What did Raccoon run? Do they run this? This seems okay. I like this. I don't know if he's saying stay Sem, but honestly, Sem would be fine here too. If you could play Sem, Sem's fine. Sem's good. Sem Mei would be good here. Both these comps seem pretty reasonable to me. I think the Bastion's still kind of strange for me from Quartz. But maybe they're just like, they just think that like Sigma shuts down the casting angles too easily. We've already complained about the Sojourn. I don't know. It's weird. Let's see.
Like he was permanently at like 10% HP the entire time. As Crazy Raccoon, they all end up playing the
teleport, take top.
With the Sig. Twisted Minds decided to play the Sig. So
TM does the classic they flip with their teleport.
Just TP up. A little bit of a mind game here. Take this high ground.
Crazy Raccoon gonna rotate out, swinging to the hotel. A TP gets them
sure, that's fine. It's fine from both teams, honestly. This is so silly, man. This is like, this is great. This is great. See, because Stalkers are playing a real hero now. Chorong needs to get the frick out of dodge, but they forced TVNT to drop, so that's good. Yeah, so do you see what Mei could do? Mei can chill and hold her own space and mark the tank and then that allows Crazy Raccoon to do all these crazy flips. It's good. Nice. Honestly, it's really hard for me to see exactly what's going wrong or what's going well or what's not going well, but I think the theory of what both teams are doing is good. They're trying these big team flips, and they're leaving people behind like scraps in the dirt. Or they're just like, they're leaving that behind. They're leaving it behind. Like, so they rotate, but they leave the Mei behind. Or they rotate, they leave the Sigma behind. And so that's how they get map control. Is they use this MTB to rotate everybody, they leave somebody, and they keep rotating. It's really well played by both teams. Yeah, really well played. Wait. Wait. Dude, Stalker chose my perk! I'm famous! It's the worst. It's probably the worst perk, but I guess it works for this exact second here where like you need the movement speed and the heal. So, yeah, this is the worst perk. But hey, he's getting value out of it, so you're...
Will they be able to TP out? Seems that one
Dude, it works. It works. All right. Cooking. I don't think court. I'm curious to see if simple swaps. I'm curious to see. Or okay, so do you go Rhine? In which case TV, or do you go like Kiri now? Because I don't think you need the Rhine with how. We'll see how team plays. If they stay BAP, expect more big 5-man rotates. I think if they stay BAP.
The TP comes in to get Quartz back up to the high ground. Funny Astro there as well. And then,
But yeah, real hero May.
on top of them. Astro able to make it out with his life. Quartz
There's the Wuying swap. You guys asked about that earlier. Seems pretty good. I mean, it's still questionable on second point maybe, but yeah, we'll see.
A huge loss there for Twisted Minds. Now Crazy Raccoon gonna try and make their way around this first corner.
Twisted Minds need to set a solid defense there.
There's the flip. There's the wall. It's really big on this. They're trying to peel for the Symmetra. They do get it. They're going to layer beat, layer Kitsune. Flux is used. They're going to try to Bastion ult that. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening, chat. I don't know what's happening. I don't even know who's using what right now. But also remember, Bastion's Mei is a real hero. So Mei is able to do so much there in that fight with both her wall and her just self-sustain. And now she has her perks.
And they're gonna go back to the Rhine.
Yeah, they're going to go back Rhine.
Sigma head-to-head is not something you would
Court swap Sojourn onto a real hero.
gonna go over to the Sojourn.
I'm telling you, like, the problem with Bastion here is the fact that if you don't use your teleport to reposition your Bastion, Bastion is just a garbage hero in this situation. It's the same reason why Cat Bastion is meta. Like, having a repositioned Bastion is really good. He's got a big old juicy turret. But if you're not repositioning, you don't have any map control, angle control at all. You just don't. And so these big, ironically, Bastion can be kind of bad in these big fights on point. He's just too slow. He gets run over. Like, you see it there. Like, these fights, Bastion's generally either dead or doing nothing. The Bastion is not that strong in a vacuum right now. Like, Bastion right now is not what's dictating the Cat Bastion meta. If anything, the most broken part of Bastion was the nade perk, which first off is nerfed, and second off wasn't even the reason why people were running Cat Bastion. Like, people were not even running the nade perk in the Cat Bastion mirror because you didn't need your nade. It was the turret form flying in the air. Bastion is not a meta dictator and hasn't been for quite some time. So he's not strong in a vacuum. You don't just plug Bastion into random comps and make him work.
Man, some long spawns for CR, but you would not know it with the confidence they are pushing this choke.
The nade perk is still decent, but it was S tier before. It's no longer S tier. There's a TP flip. Ooh, nice flip. And there's your there it is. Where is Sojourn right now? So she's main. They TP flip. Quartz flips. And then Ryan, see, do you see? This is the angle that we're looking for. Ryan denies this, they TP everybody else. This is the TM classic. They TP 4, leave somebody behind, and they TP to a flip. That's what we've been needing. That's what we've been needing right now. Bam. And it's not so easy as just rotate because Ryan's still in your face. Like, look at that. Ryan's just still in your face, bro. Ryan doesn't give a frick. Ryan is your angle. It was good. And that's where Wuying is kind of having a hard time, right? Like, Wuying is like, it's hard to outpoke that. Wuying is really good versus this if you have space. If this was Flashpoint, Wuying would be dunking on this composition.
For Twisted Minds, they TP Simple and Quartz up to the high ground. Amp Matrix railgun shot. That opens things up.
This is a really big fight. Flux Mail. Beat, but Beat's a lot weaker. No Semwa. Sojol. So many things can go wrong for either team here.
The Blizzard and Rush. I mean, everything available here for Crazy Raccoon.
Beat. He doesn't go top? Chorong gets caught out. And also, I'm really surprised they forced the beat Blizzard combo. I think you could just use this to take top. But they use both beat Blizzard. They try to combo, but it gets disengaged. That's it. That should be it right there. That was not well done by Crazy Raccoon. They tried to cheat the combo there really bad. Really well played by TM. That's backbreaker right there.
Oh, I mean, he is getting hit by the turrets as well. Now you finally finish him off.
Yeah, Chorong probably. Oh man, like I said, I'm not joking. Lucy would be good here. Lucy would be good here. Because at least you can kind of play around the map better, like at least on street phase, you know? Wing may be okay on third. I like the Venture. I think that's, we didn't even think about Venture. Venture's good. Venture's good here too. What's with all the Ryan? Ryan is more along the lines of like serving the TP, moving around the map strats that team is trying to play. And the reason why they're doing Ryan and not Diva or something else is because a lot of those other tanks that team have been playing have been banned. So yeah. Yeah, big stagger. Okay. Yeah, there's the flip. There we were waiting for that. Okay, so not an easy fight for Crazy Raccoon to win here. They kind of want to play for Simwall, I guess, but like even though they have like double supportal, Chorong, like it Bubble isn't an immediate fight win in this matchup. And Shatter is a really good equalizer here. So I don't mind the Ram swap. I like the Venture swap, I think it's fine. But let's see. But the team has setup here. There's the ult. Lamp is already used. Bap window. They do get the trade. It was poorly set up. I think TM got a little too silly with it. I think we need to be more patient. But yeah, like, what is UB doing? Like, that forces so many reasons. That forces Lamp right there, so no simple just dies. It's just not very well played. They need to be more patient with their angles. UB just, yeah, that was goofy from UB. Very goofy. Well played by Stalker though. Well played by Stalker. Do they get an early fight? Looks like they're trying. Will this be disengaged? He's looking for Shatter. Simwall's used. Simwall mirror. Bap window. TVNT needs to get out. He does. Awkward layering though. 2 for 1. Not great. Oh! Fire Strike! Fire Strike into Heesung. Woo! Or no Fire Strike. Where was Heesung? Let's see. I don't know. He just got shot. Yeah, he just got shot. The fricker just got shot. He played the wrong side of Simwall. It's hard to watch for sure, yeah. Simple just live if he roasted the TVNT and Astro. Yeah, it was hard for me to see exactly what happened there.
I mean, you have overclock for Quartz where he has been money. It feels like it's attack visor in his hands. So you also have the Shatter here for TVNT. The Annihilation up for Max.
You know what Hottie would do in this situation? I know what Hottie would do. He would do speed the corner, fake TP, backline. So here's what Hottie would call. Hottie would say, guys, fake TP, speed me on main. And what would happen is he would teleport here, speed through, and slam from main. And they would turn because they think he's trying to do something silly with the Shatter, and instead he just slammed them right in front. He'd slam them in front. Would he do it versus Suso? I don't know, but I did. There's a good chance that that's exactly what Hottie would do.
You don't have like a support ult to combo with it, right? The rush would be pretty nice. You're gonna keep that Ramacho rolling.
Teleport to top. TVNT's isolated. Oh man, Quartz is controlling the angle. Quartz gets the kill.
You try to take these transition fights. He's the best to do it on the Sojourn right now. TVNT looking for more with the Shatter, but still is 4. Crazy Raccoon with a lot of punch on this squad.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait.
Ryan shields down. Sojourn ult's used. Venture ult's used on top.
Boxing players back. Quartz hasn't found a shot just yet. The rail
Sure. I mean, okay, the beat may be a little unnecessary, but that was a lot of ults there. Bap window and beat there. Wait, did they not beat? Am I stupid? Oh, they did use speed. That's the passive. Okay. That's not great. They got to do something silly here now. They got to do something silly here. I think UB has to hide or Quartz has to hide. Somebody has to hide. Or they have to try to bait and disengage a teleport.
It looked like we were going to get a speed run here, but Twisted Minds, they have pulled out all the stuff.
Yeah, they're positioning for a kite. They're positioning for a kite.
Giving Crazy Raccoon some trouble.
You see it? They're trying to play very posture aggressively and then disengage. But Sierra's not biting. Oh man, Sierra's playing it real patiently. This is bad. Wait, what? What? How does what? Max? He just dies. Oh no. Oh no. Disaster. Disaster. No, 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 no. Oh no.
And he's staying
Yeah, TVNT holds right click there, exactly.
Tidal Blast
Oh no, they're gonna layer on top of this. This is bad. This is really bad.
perspective, but maybe
This is really bad.
support is perfect though. And Stalker finds 2 in the game.
They're gonna get a touch, boys. They're gonna get a touch. Quartz gets his trade. This is not bad for TM, man.
Fight here, though.
This is not bad.
If you're Twisted Minds,
You can win this.
Simple does have an ant matrix. Let's see. TVNT will get a touch. Knock players off of the point.
Do they get? Is that it? Can they? Is this a draw or better? I don't remember exactly. Oh.
With the roll finds 1 and
Oh, Simple gets picked off. That's unfortunate.
cleans up this.
Okay.
Batiste
They cap it. Do they have time though?
just too much with the annihilation. Drips and drabs, Twisted Minds, but they have guaranteed
Oh, that's good for TM.
1
Yeah, that was good for TM.
just got a
Okay, huge.
Guess you can consider the
What do you run?
It took a deathmatch scrap. I mean,
Same thing, right? Same thing, right?
at a moment such as this,
Ram?
the last thing to
Cap. Ooh, Cap Bastion. Ram on point. Sim plays the silly angles.
We know the go-to against Cat
I like this. This is clever. Go for it. Why not? TP your Ram to point. Go for the. Notice that he's gone for the other perk because. Okay, so here's a question, chat. Why is he not running? Why is he running this perk? Let's see how much you guys know your Cat Bastion. I actually don't know Cat Bastion that well, but it's a pretty easy, logical train to follow here. Right, no mirror. Exactly. Not a mirror. You play for backline picks. You play for backline picks. Exactly. And this perk is way better at backline picks. This looks good.
perks online.
This looks really good.
Overtime, big shots come in, but he's saying dodges. TVNT running low.
There's the Cassie that we were wondering why we wouldn't see that. This is good. TM is at very least giving themselves a good chance. If TVNT can just, yeah. That's clever. That's really clever. That's really clever. Well done. Well done. That was clever. I've said that like 4 times, but yeah, nice job, TM. Wait, why does it slow the other perk when you have no mirror? Because it's way easier to kill squishies with the grenade. Way easier with grenades. Unless they're also a flying cat bastion, or there's a tank that you can burn. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Well done by TM. Some really clever strats. I think CR just... I don't think their idea... I think the bastion stuff was complete troll. Complete troll. But I also just think that the TM just executed a little bit better. A lot of moments as well. They did a good job. Yeah, to shoot the other cat as well. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Okay. All right, looks like we get New Junk City, I think. Poke, it takes a while, mate. I have still have a lot of DMs. I have 14 friend requests, man. I feel bad, but I get a lot of questions. Crazy Raccoon bans Sim. Seems perfectly reasonable. Sim is pretty good in this point. You really want to force them to go away from UB's main hero. And they ban Kiriko to force Bap Lucio to force some sort of Juno stuff. Again, I think like Kiriko probably something that's going to be more favorable for Crazy Raccoon than it is for Twisted Minds. Seems pretty reasonable. I'm sorry, Poke.
Still in, so we talk about some of those kind of.
What would you run here? I don't know what's strong right now. This is where like I really just don't know the answer to this one, to be honest with you guys. My gut says like, oh, Malga could be good, but maybe Malga's bad nowadays. I don't know. Because it's like I feel like Zarya Diva aren't as strong, so maybe Malga could find some leeway in here. But maybe these teams just don't play Malga, or maybe Malga's not that good. I really don't know. Obviously speed of some sort. I'm surprised. Yeah, I wonder like where's Cassidy place in here? You see a good bit of Malga? Like, is Cassidy playable here? Malga? Obviously, Sojourn is fine. Mei is strange. Like, Mei just, in a vacuum, just doesn't seem like she's good enough in these push-pull matchups, so Mei seems a little odd. Mei makes more sense in King's Row, I think, but seems kind of, I don't know, weird choice here. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm curious to see how this plays.
In terms of the tank back and forth.
When Malga gets walled off, he's kind of done. Yeah, but why is Mei... Like, also, I don't even know if that's necessarily true. Like, Malga could just overrun out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Malga has lots of ways of living versus Mei. I don't know. Why is Mei the deciding factor about what tank is being played? What is this, 2017? You know? Weird.
He'll stay in.
One other maps with Cassidy. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is just a lot of teams are just kind of guessing and reacting in the moment. Maybe there's probably a good answer for a lot of my questions, but I feel like I'm a little bit less crazy at not. I feel like I'm not crazy for having questions here. You know. Sim is banned. That's true. But also, even if Sim is not banned, like we wouldn't see Mei here in any other meta, right? Like you would run like Cast Tracer or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, you could, didn't think of it at the moment, right? But we saw Simple play the BAP on the last map extremely strong. Run it back.
Weird. Weird. I really don't like the Bastion, though, man. I just don't like the Bastion. I just think, like, I don't know, like, if your turret tempo off of speedring with Bastion doesn't, like, immediately kill somebody, they're going to control better lanes and angles with Sojourn. Like, Sojourn is not going to have a hard time building rail in this comp. Like, not going to have a hard time. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're running Sojourn, because they think they're going to run into Bastion, so they have more mobility to play around it.
On the Sojourn won't be able to match the raw DPS of a Bastion, but maybe can find a pick.
You see, like, immediately look at how they're staging, right? Open up wider angles. Good Mei wall. And they just have the crossfire, you know? So they're just, like, they're just surrounded right now. Like, look at the angle control. Like, they're just winning everything. Like, they could win just right now if they get lucky. Okay, they didn't quite get it. But, I mean, yeah, he's fricked. Just no angle control at all from Crazy Raccoon with this comp. I mean, you can have it, but it's just very hard. I don't know, man. If TVNT is just blocking, great lamp from Simple. They're going to try to push off of that, but I think they made the mistake of capping point. Don't cap point, win the fight. I think Quartz and Yubi were out of position to help that. That's super unfortunate. So that's unlucky. Like, they need to not cap point. They need to finish the job. The problem with BAP is that if he's used his CDs, the guy is a completely useless hero. So he used his CDs, but they didn't finish winning the fight, and so that they won the next. So because they're too busy capping point. I have major concerns with what Crazy Raccoon is running here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mei is good versus Bastion. Maybe that's reason to fall. But why is okay? So then I'm gonna follow that with why is Bastion and the Brawl Mirror deciding hero? Why is he the deciding one? There's no way Bastion's that good here. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, maybe it's the deciding factor because Bastion's the deciding factor. I'm like, we're just shifting the blame into another fraudulent hero. Surely, right? Like, surely.
You just don't have enough, obviously, HPS to kind of keep everybody alive, right? It's just he's done a great job of doing it thus far. It'll be he saying playing Tracer now, so they're going to ditch the
Tracer?
Maybe the Tracer here is
I mean, Tracer's fine, but, like, Tracer Bastion? What? Early cooldowns. Juno ult's used. They don't have the layer. They don't have the layer. Mei ult's used from Yubi. Does Yubi hit anything? Good catch from Twisted Minds. Really good layering. I mean, they're really trying to brute force it. They are really trying to brute force it. And it may or may not work. Now, if you want my take about why it might not work, it's because I also think Baptiste is a fraudulent hero, even post-buff. I don't think he's that good. And certainly not in a situation where you also have to worry about speed boost. Bap is, I just don't think he's that good. I think you need a more dynamic, movement-oriented support. I think you need to go Juno with Brig here, or I think you need to go Kiryu Lucio, even if it's inferior healing. So I just think BAP is the problem here. I think Twisted Minds are playing it relatively well. I just think BAP is just not doing anything.
Crazy Raccoon.
Anything is better than BAP right now. Like, I literally think I would prefer dude, I think I prefer wooing Lucio at this point in time, even though that's not good. Lucio, yeah, probably too low single target healing. But I mean, do give credit Crazy Raccoon. They are getting that whole tempo timing that this might's not going to go for the point.
But not enough there for TM to battle.
Oh, shoot, you're right. The Kiriko's banned. Oh, this is a major problem. You might be right, man. You might be right. You might be right. You might be right. Frick, what do you run, dude? Bap is awful here. Bap is a terrible hero. Like, remember what I said when Bap was okay earlier, when there's a lot of verticality? And also everyone's, like, clumping Like, you're not clumping here. Not near as much. You don't even have the Symmetra anymore. So I don't know. Simple, this is rough.
Astro has the sound barrier, but this big Juno comp can be so difficult to aggress into. So many powerful defensive tools. High ground control though. 14
Good flip.
Quartz with a base from
Get
which
Quartz
to
with the
go
angle, and you
down.
just win.
He's saying holding a pulse bomb though, and finally a comp in which he can really connect with.
Choron gets low, man, but they do not have enough to go in, try and fight him right away.
Beat engage? Who do they connect with?
Deep into the backline, can they find Kill Stalker?
Bastion?
Choron demands a trade. The Annihilation is out early from Max. TVNT responds in kind. Max a little bit healthier of the two as these Ramatas brawl out.
Bap is just so useless, man. You can't move, you can't rotate. Every push feels so disjointed and garbage. Tracer was good in these Deval fights, man. It's really just coming down to the Deval fights. TM initially has a really strong setup with their angle control, but Bastion obviously dies first because it's freaking Bastion, but like, yeah.
I wonder if you're thinking about potentially a swap here for Twisted Minds.
What else do you want him to go, though? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's a good option here. I think you might just have to go... I don't know, man. I really don't know. They're just Juno Brig. I don't know if they want to take that mirror.
Or you would love the Kiri to maybe even play with the D.Va in this type of scenario, right? At this moment in time.
I mean, how they? Symbol's gonna have to be like so baity, so patient versus Tracer Lucio. Why wouldn't you want to take the mirror? I don't know. I'm just assuming that they don't want to. Otherwise, why would they not be running it?
An instant pick onto Stalker with the rail.
Good mark on the Tracer. Good patience here. Can they disengage? Can they disengage? Yes. Very hard to do with BAP, but TM does it. That was well done.
Even though they get that pick,
Stalker's got to go for the BAP.
Stalker with a long-range artillery here. Oh, are you kidding me?
Lucio, how does he do it? He saying cleans them up. And Crazy Raccoon
With a long-range artillery here.
Yeah.
Artillery from spawn. Give it up, but double bass
What is going on, bro?
up here.
Oh, it's a classic Chorong. The flank rally. And that's where Bastion's good. When somebody else takes the flank and dies for it, and he can just turret nade, that's when Bastion's real good. Juno Mizuki? Could be. I mean, I don't know if they have the practice for it, right? You have speed, yeah. Yeah, they swap. It's just, you just can't run freaking... Yeah, your BAP is a garbage hero, man. Garbage hero. Bastion is fraudulent. BAP is even worse. BAP is a bad hero in Overwatch too. In 5v5, he's terrible. He's terrible. Better than BAP? At least Moira can move. Oh, and then they cat Bastion on this point. I mean, unironically, Moira's better just because at least Moira can avoid it. So I don't know if they swap Moira for the cat Bastion, but it's okay. Tracer swap as well is pretty reasonable. But that's just unfortunate. I only think cat Bastion is... Okay, maybe cat Bastion is playable on the other point. But cat Bastion's... This is their best point, I think. So... All we need to do is play DPS Moira a little bit, and we're cooking, you know? You can't really do anything versus the Ram, but you can definitely harass Juno. You can definitely harass Tracer. So well played. They deathmatched it. They just better deathmatch. Nice job. Moira doesn't freaking die to stuff. That's it. Nice job. It's cool. It's weird. It's inferior to Cat Bastion, but you gotta try. It's just like the Ilios well thing. It's like, yeah, I get it. I get the logic. 1 HP, yeah. Yeah, no hate there. Cat Bastion swap troll the map? Maybe. I don't think it's bad in this point, though. I really do. I think Cat Bastion's good here. Like, Cat Bastion is very good here. The only problem here is that Sojourn does have time to build rail versus Ram, generally. And Beat engage. Do they connect on anything? Do they force CDs? They get recall with it, which isn't terrible, but... They live the turret cycle. There's the Coalescence is really good versus this. Can they do anything with it? Aster gets picked again, man. Cole catches Vigilante. He's saying no re. Ram block. TVNT's healthy. Stalker gets pilled, I say. Gets picked, killed. Cat isn't there in time. I mean, Twisted Mind's angles it. They just out map controlled it, you know? Really good movement and rotation there. Nice. And I don't think you can run Cat Bash anymore. I think you need to swap if you're Stalker. I think Chorong and Stalker need to swap. Chorong doesn't even stay for ult. This ult's garbage in this situation. I don't know, man. I don't know about this Cat Bastion staying now. Malga's fine. Malga's fine here. But I think you can mirror the chaos a little bit here. Run Juno Brig. You could even, I mean, Bastion's terrible, but like, fine.
Allows TVNT to kind of continue to take these positions aggressively. Best in class survivability, but will it be enough?
They're gonna speed in, but again, just block and disengage. And because you're not running BAP, you can actually comfortably disengage. And notice that there's no like, oh, they used lamp, we can run over the BAP now. It's like, no, you can't. She can just fade again. And again, you see the deathmatch crap, the stuff that's happening on the sides here. It's good disengage, man. Good disengage. They're going to go in hard, but this just doesn't work as easily as it does versus BAP. Sojo is used. There it is. Disengage. Fade. If that's BAP, he's dead. Right there. If that's BAP, he's dead. TVNT rips ult on point, tries to live. They get the flip. Turret form's over. Quartz gets to play the game now. And does Quartz do anything? Quartz does something. And so does Yubi. Dude, they're just out deathmatching in the men, out rotating. This Cat Bastion is trolling now. Cat Bastion is trolling now, for sure. Yeah, they need to swap. Chorong needs to swap too. Cat ult is not worth it. Yeah, there's the swap. It's good. Well played, man. Moira freaking popping off. It's good. They've done a great job disengaging, wrapping, rotating, keeping the map. It's really well done, and then now you're in a hole here. Coalescence is not that good, but it's something. It's all right. Now, this is officially not a great matchup for TM anymore. You know, you win the tank trade with Juno Brigitte. You have more pocket on your DPS. Sure, you have speed boost, but so do they. You lose the tank trade with Amalgam. They have better ults. So really important that this Coalescence gets value or this beat gets value now. Now, they need to win this point, and then they could probably swap the Moira. I don't know what you'd swap to. I mean, maybe you could do some silly shenanigan flank DPS stuff, but... Oh, what did they do? What was the setup? What was the setup? Why is Max 1 HP already, man? I mean, TVNT gets a really nice shield. This is the danger with Ram versus Malga. This is when Ram is strongest, especially when he has his major perk, and he does have his major perk. I mean, like Ram destroys Malga when he has shield and major perk. The matchup is not as one-sided as you think. Ooh, and that's a rail plus combo there. Wow, 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 wow. Well done. Insanely important fight for them to win. Yeah, Quartz headshot. Like, TVNT does like 500 damage to him. That's clutch, man. Yeah, the shotgun perk is crazy. It's buffed, by the way, because it's a major perk now. Now, Moira is bad here, but maybe you can make it work. Maybe. You have the layering advantage still. You still have beat advantage. They don't have anything. You can build your Sojourn a little bit faster than theirs. There's a chance. And they got pulse bomb too, and I trust Yubi with the pulse bomb. I trust him with my life. Moira struggles because when you're not playing deathmatch angle maxing mode and you're being a little bit more honest frontline trained, there's not as many crazy Cat Bastions flying around, then you don't really need Moira's survivability anymore. Like, Moira's not really, like yeah, the Tracer's kind of useful, but like you don't really need Moira's survivability as much right now. And the second that Moira's survivability is not needed anymore, Moira's value as a hero completely falls off the edge.
Quartz is going to have OC for this as well, by the way.
Pulse bomb. Well, that's all right. I've got 2 lives. I'm like a cat. Did they just play slow for Juno? They might want to do that. And they go in for the hardening. Or Cage. Cage would be good. Yeah, they're playing around Ram Shield. They're playing around Ram Shield. So they see Ram Shield down, and then Max is going to go. Max is going to all in here. This moment is so freaking important. Because they technically could die here. Can they force it? That's a good disengage from Crazy. Ah! Insanely important shot. Insanely important shot. They failed to disengage it. Ooh. All right, this has to be Crazy Raccoon's fight here, man. They have the advantage. They have the old economy. What do you do if you're TM, bro? Do you just disengage, play disengage? Okay, I think that's what you do. I think you basically are planning to disengage because, again, you still have that luxury when you're playing Moira. You play to disengage, and then you hope that Quartz hits a shot, basically. You hope that they make a mistake. I don't think you play to go in with your ults aggressively. Now, Crazy Raccoon, if they know that, should be very patient and try to force point, try to force an honest fight. Maybe use Stalker. Yeah, Stalker ult opener is fine. I don't like that beat from Astro at all. I do not like that beat from Astro at all. I don't like that. They need to get out. TM needs to get out. Team needs to get out. Okay, they do get out. Oh, but TVNT is stuck. Oh, I don't know, chat. Oh, Astro needs to not be there either. Oh, no. Oh, they do get rally. Oh, hang on a second. They're stalling for a long time. Dude, this is insane. This is insane. I don't like Twisted Mind's plan here at all, but it's kind of working. This should not work. TVNT is the GOAT, man. Just block, man. Turn your corner. Turn. I'm actually surprised that they didn't go for the kill here. Who choked? Somebody at Crazy Raccoon choked this. Somebody, maybe it was Stalker. I don't know, but this should not be happening. That is really, really good for Twisted Minds. That is really, really good for Twisted Minds. Like the fact that they go into there with Cole Ram ult beat and they get both support ults, Cage Fight, and Sojourn ult. Maximus is 2 stun slams on Ram. That makes sense. Yeah, you can't miss your stun slam. It completely does so much damage and it cancels the block. It's the same. So like that. This feels like a mechanical diff from Crazy Raccoon. Like I think just TM played that one better mechanically. I don't know. Stalker just dies. Yeah. So that's insanely good for TM. Insanely good for TM because now it's like you only need to win one more fight and there's just no ults here. Like you could pull a shenanigan with a quartz angle. You can hit a pulse bomb. There's so many things that could go wrong. And yeah, you could swap Moira here, but also it's like old economy doesn't really matter that much. Maybe you just go silly with the Moira. Maybe just do a little flanky, you know? Yeah, this is what we want to see. Wait, they're gonna go 10? What? What? Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are they doing that? Why do they do that? You have this map control, bro. They're running freaking Moira. Relax. Dude, the deathmatch Moira, man. The Ram, they just... Oh no. Dude, I also don't like Stalker on Reaper. Oh! Dude, TM played that so well, man. What they absolute were the better players, man. Actual chills. Dude, they chumbled it, man. Just play point. Play point, relax, dude. It's like the, oh, we're on Reaper, we gotta go fast. It's like, first off, you shouldn't have been on Reaper. I guess they just wanted to come back fast. Stalker loves the Reaper swap, but man, they just played to their strengths, man. They played the I'm telling you, the Moira with the movement and the rotations and being able to live these engages, like that's why the BAP wasn't working on this game mode, right? It's really well done, man. Well done. Well done. Yeah. But yeah, the Cat Bastion was a huge toss on the 4th point. 3rd point, I get it, but the 4th point, it's just stupid to stay on that. It's just a terrible point for Cat Bastion. I have no idea why they're playing it. Okay, I'm gonna get my protein shake, actually. Give me a second. Freaking frozen solid, frick. I've only seen the Malcolm Homoceus use the other major perk instead of the Fire Overrun. I feel like the one they choose is not that good. Yeah, it isn't that good. But it might also be that there's like a situation where it's like you're not really overrunning in backline that much like you would in ranked. So, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like better free value. I have no idea. Get the paint maining HDH? HDH? That's right. Is Streamer after the Grand Finals review? Probably. Yeah. Okay. Crazy Raccoon bans Cass. I don't know. Is Cass good in this map? I mean, I've been wondering where Cassidy is. I don't know if this is just another one of those minor advantage things where it's like, oh, Cass can be okay versus Cat Bastion on this map. No idea. No idea. No idea. It definitely feels like another. So yeah. And then they ban Mizikis so that they can run TVNT Diva. So, because you could, I don't know, would you even run Mizuki here anyway? Hang on a second, chat. Why would you run Mizuki here? There's too much movement needed on this map. You're running Cat Bastion. I think, don't you just 100% of the time run Kiriko here? I don't know. Does this Mizuki ban make any sense? Like, this map is way too big for Mizuki. Yeah, Ball is historically viable in this map. Yeah. But Max is in. Nah, I don't know. I mean, I know Quartz is good, but then why didn't we ban it? Why wasn't it we see Quartz casting the previous map? Is it just because of the Bastion speed stuff, I guess? I mean, obviously, that meant hindsight here, but like, yeah, I know it makes Diva's life harder. Like, I understand that, but I feel like the map says Kiriko. Like, I don't think if they didn't ban Missy, I still think Vigilante's on Kiri here. I question this ban. I question this ban. I think we would see this exact same composition regardless of bans. Didn't they just ban Kiriko? Yeah, but then why ban Mizuki then? So I know you can't ban Kiriko. I understand that. Wait, did they ban Kiriko in the previous map? Man, with hindsight, that seems like such a strange ban. But yeah, it's like, don't waste your ban slot here, you know? Maybe there's just nothing else to ban. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know what I would ban, to be honest. Yeah, maybe we'd ban Ram. Maybe you would ban Ram. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's a support protect. Maybe they want to protect. But they don't. But it's not a protect because they didn't ban first. Crazy Raccoon did. Yeah, whatever. Not that big of a deal. Because like you said, it's... They can't really ban the Castion anyway, so... But yeah, there's no protect ban here. TP, does he saying go? What does he saying go? I think they scout first. What are you playing into this, chat? Tracer? Maybe Pharah. Even into the Diva might be okay. Pharah, Tracer, maybe? I mean, it'd be funny to see Sombra, but I don't think we will. It might be Timothy. What? Reaper? Really? I mean, Reaper's... So, Reaper is strong. Reaper is one of the strongest heroes in the game right now. Like, Reaper, I haven't looked at stats. We'll do that on Thursday, but I would bet that Reaper's like top 5 hero in the game right now. But I don't know. I don't think Reaper's fast enough here. I don't think Reaper's fast enough here. And I don't think that any of these matchups like makes me super giggly. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the Reaper. Don't get it. I like TM's comp. Okay, I don't like TM's comp better. Like, they understand their limitations, right? They understand their limitations. Like, they're not going to be able to mirror Castion. But I do like Diva, and I like the Kiri Lucio, and I don't like the Reaper. So, yeah. Maybe this is just like, I don't know, man. You will not be allowed to rotate around this map for free, but with form used by Quartz, a window of opportunity presents itself. Damn, man, this thing is frozen solid. They disengage the Castion. I hate saying Castion. I feel like I'm shipping people. That would be gross. Again, they just have like, if they could shut down. What is the freaking Reaper doing, man? Again, what is Reaper doing here? You're not contributing anything to map control. You're awful in the matchup. They've disengaged. They flip. Yeah, I mean, freaking... I'm surprised the Castion didn't do more. I'm sorry, I don't want to overanalyze this. I'm not going to overanalyze. Not going to overanalyze. But Diva's really good versus this. They actually disengaged it really well. Seriously, what was the turret timing there? What the frick was the turret timing?
window of
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Wait. Timeout. They're already turning here. And he ends it early, I swear. Like, what is this timing from Raccoon? Do you see this? Shield? The turret form is over, and then we shield? And then he's like, what is going on? What is happening? That was the easiest disengage. Like, my 5-year-old cousin. I don't have a 5-year-old cousin. Could have disengaged that. What is going on? No. What's going on? Dude, these guys are elite at this comp, right? I mean, they are the goats at this comp. What's going on? Like, Crazy Raccoon are insane at this. Okay, so there's the Reaper or the Pharah swap. I thought Tracer or Pharah surely, just because you have these long sight lanes, your verticality, lots of flanks, you need something that can be a little bit more self-sufficient. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. Reaper's so stupid. Why you scouted their comp and chose Reaper. You scouted this comp and rolled out Reaper. That's like using a time machine and being like, yeah, I'm not gonna invest in so and so, or I'm not gonna assassinate that Austrian painter. Like, you had all of the information and you chose to do nothing with it.
You can't really dodge both.
Like, are you kidding me?
So you see some damage here from Stalker on the flank, putting them in a really weird angle.
Okay, Kitsu. Can I explain why Reaper's bad versus this? Yeah, sure. So I'm looking at the map. Okay, so let's look at the map first. Map big. Map tall. So you need something that with flight, which is why Cat Bastion's good here, or you need something that's really fast, or something with really long sightlines, right? Like, you could even run Sojourn here. Wouldn't be very good, but like, you could run something with a bit of range, at least in rank. Like, this is a very long, tall map. Okay. Yeah, Soldier. I mean, Soldier's like a much worse hero than Reaper in a vacuum, but he would make more sense in theory if you could stay away from teleport. Yeah, but yeah, you're kind of on the right track here. Reaper doesn't have that speed with either teleport or Wraith. He's relatively slow for a flanker. And he's also short range. So he's the worst of both worlds in this map. Reaper's not very strong in this map particularly. He's not unplayable, but he's kind of unplayable when you combine the fact that he's not really that good in this map. And he's also playing versus characters that could boop, Matrix, Suzu, teleport to avoid, and then just flat out. Like, Bastion is countered by so many heroes in Overwatch, but Reaper is actually one of those matchups that feels pretty good with your turret form and your armor. Feels pretty good because you could turret form his. So it's like every hero with Twisted Minds has a decent matchup versus Reaper to kind of play it slow or disengage or poke him out or whatever. There's no slow heroes from Twisted Minds that can get caught, and most of them can force his Wraith by using a cooldown. What's the right pick here? Pharah's great. Pharah's fine. Pharah can out-poke these guys from a distance. Yeah, you can get Matrix, but can't Matrix both Pharah and Cat Bastion. She can maintain her distance. She can't get teleported on. She has both the range and the verticality. Tracer would also be good. Tracer's very fast and can be lived by herself easily. Yeah. Conk the TP. Yeah, Pharah makes total sense. I have no idea why you would scout this and go Reaper. That's like going... I'm trying to think like an example. It would be like going Brigitte versus this. Yeah, you have mobility. Yeah, you can get close, but you're going to get run over. Like, you're going to get run over. You're not fast enough. You don't provide enough range. You don't provide enough mobility to this. You're going to get isolated and killed. And the Caspian will help the Pharah too. Right, well, and they knew they're freaking on Bastion here, so. Yeah, so this is good. Everything here makes sense. Ram is still a little bit risky here, but I think if Max can just shield really well, be super, super patient, it could work. Yeah, it can work. There's the timing. There's the Kitsu. Does he get Kitsu? Yeah, so he has to disengage the Kitsune turret. And then he's going to try to layer the beat on top. He's saying gets caught. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but he's saying shouldn't die to that if he plays it perfectly. But Twisted Mind's really good at forcing point and marking angles at the same time. Never, ever, 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 ever surprised. And you do such a good job with the teleport to take their own angles. Okay, chat, I gotta pause. I gotta get a spoon for this, man. I gotta eat this. I gotta eat. My stomach is completely empty. I'm dying. But yeah, that's just execution diff, you know. TM plays it well. Kitsune Rush is more powerful than when Crazy Raccoon. Crazy Raccoon had nothing there, don't forget. So they just needed to fully disengage that. They needed to fully disengage that. Nah, I win. Yeah.
They use the rush. Twisted Minds just back up out of it here. They're going to keep Courts alive here. He's going to use the artillery.
He's just going to use it for the HP at that point in time. This is kind of bad for Crazy Raccoon, though, because this is an extended loss, which is pretty bad. Wait. They weren't. Similar to doing them. What is going on here? Oh, Farah's already back. Frick. That's what happens here. Farah's already back. Yeah, do you see what the Farah's doing, though? Farah, Heesing carries this. Look at this. Heesing goes in with Kitsu, dive bombs backline, gets full Peel and Suzu, everybody's attention, dies for it, but that completely sets up Max and Stalker, or Max to be literally on top of the entire enemy team. Yeah, so that's what Farah could do. Reaper can't do that. Reaper, you shrug that off instantly. It could have gone either way. That wasn't a bad idea. I'm surprised that they even got the trades that they did.
He's going to get the help. They're going to have to back out there for a second, though.
I guess they gave up in the Cat Bastion. Twisted Minds, the space maybe is too open. Matrix is too good. Kitsu Bastion too good. They actually made them swap off the Cat Bastion, man. That's pretty crazy. So I like what Crazy Raccoon's running now. If you're not going to run Cat Bastion, Vendetta. Venture's fine. It's good. Good short range off angles. Good matchups versus this. It's good. Would Max and Diva be more helpful for CR comp? Yeah, it would. It's going to make you move around a lot easier, for sure. It has a much better matchup versus the Bastion, but he's probably playing for Annihilation. I think it's fine. I think it's fine for one fight. That's crazy for TM. That's a huge ego boost. Ego boost.
As Crazy Raccoon, Jake, I think when you get in this like mystery hero type of game, this is like Twisted Minds. This is what they want. Like,
yeah, agreed. Agreed with Mitch there, or that's his name, I think.
Sound barrier there only connects two. Weak beat from Astro. Maybe an opportunity for Raccoon. Sound barrier. This is what they would rather play. So Max does have the Annihilation sound. Like, this is what they would rather play. So Max does have the Annihilation. What they want.
What is Astro doing? Oh, he doesn't get on the other side of shield. Weak play. Weak play there from Astro. That needs to hit more people. That's a oof. That is not good.
Maybe an opportunity for Raccoon. Twisted Minds, it's 1 for 1 off the play. Quartz is low. Does not have form. Surrounded from all sides, but he continues to fire back.
Good layering to clutch that, but the fact that that was that close is not good. That should have been way easier. Yeah, what happens with Max?
Max does have the Annihilation sound barrier there. Only connects beat on 2. Weak beat from
Oh.
Max does have the Annihilation sound barrier there. Only connects beat on.
Yeah, he just needs to block.
Weak beat from Astro. Maybe
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hindsighty. That's a little bit unfortunate. The sim wall shuts down a lot of the Farah follow-up and the Venture follow-up. Like, the timing here is weak. You notice it's literally just Max. It's just not coordinated very well. So. But Max should swap here, I think. Does Max play Diva, chat? He should be in Diva. This matchup is too toxic. I feel like Diva's probably more important here versus the Bastion. If you're going to be playing into Bastion. You see? You're just stuck in an infinite block loop. So it's worth Kitsune Rush, because you're going to get another 15-20 meters off of this, and then... Okay, maybe it's not worth, but it's not bad. I don't mind the maze swap either, but it's a little bit less... Here's the thing, though. Like, okay, so let me kind of give you guys an explanation of why I prefer what team is running by a little bit, as long as they keep that Symmetra and Diva. Push, the way that fight locations happen, there's a lot more movement involved than there is on like King's Row, right? So I don't rate characters like Mei, Ram as much compared to Diva Sim. I think being able to move around is better on this game mode. It's why I like Farah. Okay, Kiri Lucio is good. You know, I look at this and I'm like, man, it's gonna be hard for Crazy Raccoon to chase and move as much. You know. It's about the movement, you know? It's about the movement. And like you said, the survivability versus the turret as well. I mean, Ram is better. It would be like if you were playing this composition and the enemy team was on like Zarya Hanzo. You'd be like, oh, that feels like Ram May is just gonna kind of run you over and be able to move around more dynamically. But everything's like in a scale of movement value, you know? I don't know. I wonder if Court swaps here. I guess Cass is banned, but Soj would be pretty good here now. You know, like right here. Right here. It's just hard to force the advantage. That's a good trade for he's saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be TVNT using the self-destruct here, gonna get a remake back.
You just get surrounded. Like it's the same reason why Moira worked on Flashpoint, you know? It's just chaos. You're surrounded at all times. I'm worried. Yeah.
I mean, running the card back mitigates your losses, but it doesn't do much to change the fundamental state of this game.
Yeah, why did they run Junbin on ball here with the Cat Bastion? Were they scared that they'd end up in a brawl mirror? Can Junbin play Ram?
Blizzard available here for Stalker as well. Some big damage there going down on the TVNT. It's gonna allow them. You're gonna have an advantage here for Twisted Minds.
Oh, Astro.
Blizzard deployed a good boop.
Dude, Astro is just really not on the same page with his team.
It's gonna allow them. You're gonna have an advantage.
To be fair, the Maywall is making the error happen, so shout out to Stalker. But he's just lagging behind. He gets stuck. That forces Suzu. And then also the beat used in response hits 2 freaking people. And Astro's literally on the flank, bro. Astro's stuck. Astro's not had a very good series. That's not a good trade for TM. You should be way better there. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You still have the old advantage. There's the Kitsu. Good boop with a disengage. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just so hard to... I don't know. I really also don't like the Bastion anymore either. Maybe Court should swap.
That is a huge pickoff as we're about halfway through the clock in terms of this push game. Is TM gonna try and back out here? Turret form as well for Courts as he's moving.
Yeah, it's just a lost fight.
Finally gets demeched. This will be a fight win here finally for Crazy.
Dude, honestly, would Orisa even be? Or maybe Orisa's bad, but like, D.Va's not that strong anymore. Like, even Orisa would be maybe better than Ram here.
Firing on all cylinders, but Crazy Raccoon now.
I don't know.
Chance to change things. The economy.
Going for Astro's job. Yeah, but like, I don't know. You should be allowed to have like one not so great series. He's not trolling. He's just. Or at least, I mean, I don't know. I'm not watching his POV, but I have no idea. I'm not going to talk. I have no idea. It's really hard to see. Oh, this is why I don't like the Bastion that much. Oh, Chorong. Oh my gosh. Gets booped by the grenade, yeah. Simwall, Kitsu. Good flank there from Yubi. Mayult's used. Yubi gets caught. This is why I just don't like the Bastion. Quartz, this entire Deval fight has had 0 space. This is what Quartz is looking at. There's nothing he can do. I really think that they should have swapped here. I think the Sojourn would have been actually... I know I love that we went from being Sojourn not being good to where Sojourn is good, you know? And Sojourn's perfect here because you can build rail easily off of Ram, and the mobility that you struggled with in Circuit Royale, the inability to contest those angles, well, it's the opposite now. Perma have rail, and so much space and ability to move. Double slide Sojourn here is just ridiculously good here. Oh, man. Course surely swaps here, right? Like, surely should swap. They're not really doing these Sim, Bastion, flip the map situations, and I don't really think you need to. This composition is not nearly as mobile as I'd like, the Ram May, but it's still okay. Like, yeah, there's a Sojourn swap. That should have happened way sooner. They gave them like 40 meters.
Quartz is going to go over to the Sojourn. I think this is like just to be a little bit more of a threat to that Pharah constantly, the railgun shots. That is what has really bothered them at times throughout this series, this Yisang Pharah.
Twisted Mind's comp is good now. Real good.
So it's going to be Twisted Mind.
Quartz. That could
Took
be
all
the
of
Kiriko pick
first thing that happens in a team fight.
Desperation barrage.
But even this, right? Like the fact that we even had a chance here and lived that long, forced that many resources, and then die. And this is without double slide.
The pick, they refuse to back down now. An even 3-on-3. Simple commits the rush, and TVNT finds 2.
That's what Surge can do. It's the same reason, ironically, why you play Moira. It's just the ability to move and live and rotate and apply pressure. No.
On the way back to spawn, Twisted Mind staunch the bleeding, but Crazy Raccoon with a meaningful push into enemy territory.
I think if you're Twisted
I don't think like Sojourn punishes Ram almost as much as Bastion does. It's just a little bit more indirectly. Like you do a lot of damage to a non-blocking Ram, not as much as Bastion, obviously, and then you just instantly permanently have rail. Permanently.
If you can win another fight, get this back closer towards that spawn door of
Heesang goes Sem.
with like a minute 30 on the clock, you feel pretty good about
It's
your
fine.
chances. It'll be Heesang going over to the sim here.
Max TP's out, beautiful from Heesang, saving the
Oh, they
Ramattra.
flipped it. They flipped it.
Nothing from Bunny Astro, a blizzard out from
You get back closer towards that spawn
What's the
door
Q
of
here?
CR. With like a minute 30 on the clock, you feel pretty good about your chances. It'll be Heesang going over to the sim here.
Max TP
On the clock, you feel pretty good about your chances. It'll be Heesang going over to the sim here.
Oh, such a great TP from Heesang. Honestly, not a bad beat. Not a bad beat. Just a good play.
saving the Ramattra.
I don't think it was a weird beat. I mean, if you look right as the beat goes off, look at where TVNT is. Look at where Max is. Look at this. Like, don't. I mean, this is not a bad beat. I mean, you look at this, right? Like, look at how close everybody is, right? I mean, look at that, right? Like, I think maybe the mistake here is going for the Ramattra. You got Ramattra baited. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hindsight, right? That with the teleport, but like, this is good. This is it's good. You know, it hits TVNT, and even if it didn't hit TVNT, doesn't matter. 4-man beat in that situation seems okay to me.
From Heesang, saving
I think it was fine. That's the best beat that we've seen so far. It was alright.
from Bunny Astro, a blizzard out now from Star.
Oh, that's TVNT. Oh no. That's really well played by Crazy Raccoon.
Charged up, but Max drops him like a stone.
Quartz answers with one. You still have a few players
This is why you play Sojourn, dude.
The bot gonna go back towards TM territory. As TVNT
Ram's good here. Ram's good versus the Semme. As long as they're not on hit scan, Ram's good.
Out a little bit more.
Is this post beat nerf? Yep.
Available for Vigilante and Crazy Raccoon. You can just not lose somebody at the hands of Quartz early.
I like
with this
Twisted Mind's
overwatch.
comp slightly better.
Everybody to make it through this.
OC could be devastating.
Long sightline angle, very strong.
Simple finds one. Quartz might even be able to hold on to this. He certainly shouldn't need more.
Look, this is what the character kid. Oh, he dies. That's okay.
Him, but it's an expensive one. The rest of the team
Looks like you're gonna stagger him a little bit.
Nice delay on this Kiriko. Vigilante knows it. He has to just head towards the edge of the map. But that buys him
That's huge.
time for TM to roll this
Huge.
And that's the rush.
And they can't push too far here because they do have the taxi. But they could probably get the good spawn here. Maybe. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. 3, 2, 1, Kitsu. Oh, Chorong gets murked. He gets vortexed on the top right. Huge job from TVNT. That's just where like your brain is slow. Like no insult, man. I'm saying it's like you've played versus Diva for 9 minutes, and then all of a sudden you're having to think about vortex. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. It's just oh shoot, what am I doing? I forgot. Like that happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for all the beating done onto Astro, like wait, what happens with TVNT? Oh, he gets the major perk. Oh, the major perk, ladies and gentlemen. Actually ridiculous. This is why you play Sojourn, bro. This is why the only person that had an angle this entire fight.
Desperation for Stalker, rapidly to the tracer, but will he even be able to touch? I don't think so.
Well played. Well played.
Twisted Minds.
Well frickin' played, dude.
One game.
Yeah, if we're gonna play an Astro, let's play him Chorong too, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is just can't be the outbank thing. Actually, use the far of the avail. Jake, there. Max is playing.
Good stuff. Oh, I mean, Twisted Minds went from being, I think, kind of a clown fiesta with the comps that they were running, at least a little bit. It wasn't a clown fiesta, but it was just like, oh, come on, really? Like, Sojourn on Circuit into that? Are you sure? Like, we're not even gonna try. We're gonna run Bastion. Like, are you sure? But now, here we go. So, Lucio ban, sure. That makes total sense. Now's the time to spin that card. May ban, sure. Now's the time to spin that card too. Yeah, I mean, both bans seem whatever here. Yep, let's do it. Jonathan's in. Big Daddy's here. Let's look at these comps. Jetpack Cat, sure. Pharah, yep, sure. This is fine. This map. Ram is existent on point. Yep. I think everything that's being run right now makes total sense. Everything from both teams makes total sense.
Can Twisted Minds finally beat this setup?
TPs from Yubi though gets high ground control. But against Cat
Yeah, both teams are gonna look at this match and be like, yeah, this is reasonable. Ooh, okay, close. And the turret lasts just long enough so they can go back.
Limited mobility now for TM. How are they gonna fight this one out?
Yeah, TM gets out of dodge there with the turret form that comes on through.
I like the Ram for just forcing and existing on point for as long as he possibly can. UV actually go. Yeah, this is all good. Ooh.
A headshot is good, but Stalker with a big angle on the Bastion. TVNT dropping low needs a lot of care from the supports at this moment. But with the point under pressure,
it's really well played by both teams. So close. One mistake, somebody dies.
First advantage. No one wants to make the first mistake on Oasis.
Yeah, it's gonna be Quartz with a Deadeye here.
I don't think Deadeye matters that much. But maybe with TP it does. Oh, what happened there, boys? How could they not disengage that? What happened there?
Yeah, it's gonna be Quartz with a Deadeye here.
Man, that's an early Deadeye.
Yeah, I didn't watch this. Yeah, they just go at it. He just freaking goes at it. All right, man. Well, I guess credit where credit is due.
Just absolutely farming. He rounds the corner as they get quite aggressive here. Stalker with the artillery.
Ball not just better than not in this map. No, no, Ram is fine here. Ball would be terrible here.
Trophy at center stage, one that both teams dreamed of lifting.
Well played. It's a good stagger kill.
Are they crumbling here, Jake?
Why is he running Juno over Lucio? Banned. Banned.
He is inexorable. Onto the second Deadeye of the
Banned.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And Stock, I mean, he's the Bastion. He's got the cat by his side.
It does not matter. They just get Quartz in his face and they just try and challenge. I mean,
This is what I wanted to see in Ilios, man. Like, I know it's harder, but, like, this is why. Something similar to this. They tried it once, and they just gave up until it was too late.
Deadeye comes in. Will there be a TP? Flips the map. Jumping down.
Oh, so difficult. Well played. Well played. And D.Va helps that rotation transition so much. Takes so much heat away.
Challenge for the high ground. Crazy Raccoon fighting on in the
Yeah, see, do you see this kind of crap? Like, Cassie just drops, disengages, runs away. You could chase him, but it's kind of hard. And he could punish you, and then he might just materialize. You see that? Like, do you see that? Like, that's expensive. That's scary. That's a lot of damage done, even for that death. And he could have played that one even better. It's good. It's okay. Cassidy's he's just an X factor, and that's really what Twisted Minds needs. They need an X factor. What is the point of Max other than to sit if you're going to play Drummond and Ramy? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know these teams well enough to know their strategy in that front.
so good for them now over to the sim to try and get them back into the fight. But this is a comp.
Sim? I mean, Sim's fine, but it really feels like he's saying he's not trusting the Pharah. Which I understand. Pharah's not amazing here, but she's still fine, but maybe they're just struggling with it. Silver bullet, baby.
Disjointed. The best you can say. Bastion.
He's just saving the silver bullet for Bastion every single time.
Slinger stands tall. A shield to use now, and the sword in the form of Quartz looks to strike. TVNT
They go for the cheat. The sim wall is basically forced on point, but they're able to get the DMAC and then remac off of that. They just need to chill. That's Ram Shield. You don't lose this if you're TM. You don't lose this if you're TM. Nice. Nicely done by TM. Honestly, not terrible from Crazy Raccoon. There was a couple of ints. Like, they tried. Like, I don't know what was going on. They just went for some high-risk, high-reward plays. Honestly, TM just played it really well. So, yeah, credit goes credit. Ball in City Center? Yeah, you could. Yeah. this would be the ball plan, but I don't think you necessarily even have to do it here if you wanted to. But yeah, ball's good here.
Now let's get Junbin on the ball.
Here we go.
If you can beat
Here's your ball.
you deserve to live that trophy at the front of the stage. He's saying over to the Tracer as well.
Could be the final test. Aggression now for
Rotate away from the Cat Bastion. Try to flip the map. Open up your sight lines. And then lurk somebody behind on the angle here. You can't group up too hard versus this, because you're going to start giving the Cat Bastion any angle that they want.
Flank from all sides. Crazy Raccoon. Twist the screws now.
It's a good early rotate. Good early rotate. Yeah. Oh man, this is tough, guys. There's not enough pressure. These rotates on the pressure. There's not enough pressure on this ball. There's not enough pressure on that that Bastion Tracer. That's better, but it's too late now.
Does go down in the trade, but Bastion over the top from Stalker. TVNT heavily taxed on this point, and just out of gas. Quartz has another high noon somehow. I don't know what they're feeding him.
Quartz with one.
To be fair, High Noon, I mean, Quartz is insane, but High Noon is one of the fastest building ults in the game, I think.
You gotta be kidding me, Matt.
There's just so much trash damage that you can do.
Somehow, against all odds, refuses to lose. TVNT's back.
Classic Oasis City Center moment.
Still the point in contest.
Oh, I love that rotate. I love that rotate. Oh, they should have gotten that. They should have gotten that. Oh, that's good. You're going to be... That's the moment right there that keeps you up at night right there. That is unbelievable that they get out of that without Matrix. That can't happen. You can't... You just can't. You can't let that happen. Like, this right here, look at the HP, guys. Look at the Curie. Look at the Cat. Look at the Bastion. I think the High Noon was a mistake, boys. I think the High Noon was a mistake. You just need to shoot. And he could have rolled that pulse as well. High Noon is something that you do when you don't have that level of proximity. That's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Oh, brutal. That was a good rotate. That was a really good rotate. They just chumbled it, man. He could have canceled Noon to roll, but it's a lot of pressure at that moment. So, yikes. Oh, they needed that fight, man. They needed that fight. City Center is so easy to stall if you don't win those fights.
Gonna be able to fight within that ray as Quartz puts a shot into Stalker at range. TP straight to the point. They want to have the fight taken to them.
Minefield is massive. Surrounds. Burns him down. Rush deploy from.
The Kitsu's there, but it's just like you have to be able to Suzu your cast there, and then get him out, and then hopefully you can stall point, but yeah.
Quartz is a long way away from
Yeah.
choose to regroup rather than fighting without the Cassidy. Hard to disagree with given his performance.
This is a brutal pull.
It's all Cassidy. Cassidy is the guy that controls the angle for you here. And if you don't have Cassidy, you have very little angle control. I understand the Brigida swap here. I think the Brigida swap's fine. That allows for you a little bit of ball tracer peel during your rotations. I like that better than what they were running.
Artillery for Stalker. Deceiving to find some kills. Point choke.
Point is flipped. What?
That's big. That's a huge mistake by Crazy Raccoon. They screwed that one up.
Maybe they'll be able to find Quartz. All would be forgiven. Junbin takes out Yubi, but the
Raise late, maybe? I don't know. You can't die that quickly. That's the only problem with not having Suzu.
Dude, it's just kind of flipped out of nowhere. It's one you can contest forever. TVNT. This is brutal.
He's gonna rematch.
Junbin has the timing down.
I think they hit them with mines. I think they look for teleport and they try to hit them now. Yeah, they screw it up. Yeah, bad teleport, messy teleport. That's it. That's it. That's a good play. That's exactly what they need to do there. Screw up their rotation, and it's just over. Yeah, that's it. Well done. Now, that's Ball's best point. This is the moment right here. This is the moment right here. This is a neutral one. I think both Cat, Sim, everything can work here. So let's see here.
Feels like the Wrecking Ball is the answer, and I like this play. It is a big cast against him. It won't be easy. But if anyone could do it, it would be Junbin. Best ball in the world right now. But if anyone could do it, it would be Junbin.
Turret, slam, Matrix isn't there in time. Oh my days. You can't give that away, man. Tracer's worse? Yeah, a little worse. Mostly Ball, though.
By Junbin with some help from Choron.
Oh, another one.
Oh no! Oh, that's huge.
Court's caught up
Oh
alone.
no.
Cassidy shut down, isolated. Stalker though traded by TVNT, but the flip comes in.
I think you take that if you're TM, maybe. There just isn't any damage anymore. They can definitely flip point here with the Bastion dead.
Yeah, TVNT goes in, crosses the point, maybe sees the support. On the opposite side of it, Junbin.
Well, maybe not.
So much HP rolling around on the point. Almost gets a body block there for a second. This player still
It's tricky.
contesting this one.
Yeah.
Razor Raccoon is there in control.
They just don't have any damage there, you know? They needed to do something creative there, and they weren't able to get it done. Teleport out. TP's used. They're back on Kiri.
Raccoon finding comfort. Quartz drops slow. Bit isolated. TVNT peels back for the flanking support. A high noon now is out.
It's a better noon. There's more space.
But being attacked from all sides.
So they'll at least get flip with it.
That's nice. Will it be enough artillery dropping around his ears? Junbin comes in for a
Oh, Yubi just can't do any damage, man. Oh, he gets booped off the teleport. Did the Kitsu this? I think they do. Mines are used. Go for the Bastion. TVNT desperately needs to remech safely. I don't think he will, though. Yeah. They need... Oh, I don't know. Ooh. Okay, they're okay. They're okay.
I mean, just so annoying. 4 twisted minds to deal with. T-Sang over to the Tracer here as well. Putting just immense
Turret form's used on the lane.
on twisted minds.
Juno ult's used. Kitsu used on top. They need another teleport high noon here, and they need it quick.
Oh, Junbin holding the point so well. Yubi though changes the story, but he's pulled off the map in return. Finding two. Just Quartz
Dude, there's just...
the standard bearer
It's so hard, man. Like, there's so many angles to contest. So many angles to contest.
It'll give his
And TM's trying, but, like, there's just too many lanes, man. Jetpack, Cat, Tracer, you know, Ball.
gonna be delayed here.
There's too many angles, man.
miserable for TVNT.
And their old economy is also weaker as well. Like, Mines is Kitsu, so... Actually, I don't know if their old economy is weaker. That's not fair. But, like, some of the... It's not, they don't really have the advantage either.
To play now in the back line.
Early Simwall, get him to point.
Quartz holding the point. TP is
High noon, but he doesn't really have a lot of space, and they don't have teleport for it, so I just don't know if this is gonna work.
Walker is caught. Doesn't expect a fast move. The speed ring from
No, that's bad.
Quartz into position.
Can they punish that? They can.
And TVNT back in the fight.
Still fighting into this one.
Oh, that is unreal.
Oh, they had mines for that too.
A game 7.
Oh,
Razor
Stalker
Raccoon
trolled that.
his head peeled there by Quartz with the Deadeye. So now you're going to be playing into the rush here.
Mines is here. Mines is one of the most powerful ultimates in this matchup. Maybe the most powerful.
Stalker has been devastating over the top.
Just given how grouped they are. Don't mine it, right.
Hold on, maybe the hit
And then,
buys it.
now, yeah.
By Quartz. TM with the
And now they can force point. That's a TP flip. It's a good flip. Do they Kitsu this? They need to Kitsu this now. They need to Kitsu now. Simple Kitsu.
risk his life, keep the point in control.
Oh, okay. Recall, bomb, remech. Oh, no, he dies. No, we have to Suzu him. Do they not have Suzu for that? Dude, you cannot let the Diva be unable to remech.
Across the board, Quartz. The 20th high noon of this map. It's not enough.
Wow. Well played. Honestly, you can't be too mad at TM. They did their best. There was a couple of clutch moments there, but that's a difficult matchup there. That's much, much harder with that ball. There's just so many angles, man. There's so many angles to approach from. And that team just has that limitation of that they have their style. If the style doesn't work, GG's. All right.
Just don't know that you can. I mean, Max has played a phenomenal tournament. We've been singing his praises. Been issued.
Okay, let's go YouTube mode here. Let's finish this sucker up. Now, we've watched 6 maps, TM versus Crazy Raccoon, grand finals at BCS in Japan. And I asked you guys which map that we wanted to look at. Because I haven't seen this series. I know the result, but I didn't know which of the maps. Because everyone's like messaging me like, dude, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this. Like everyone's saying map 7. Okay, Suravasa map 7. So I have no context of why we're looking at this. I'm sure that the YouTube title and thumbnail will give it away. But at this moment, I don't know what we're about to look at here. So I hope this better be good here. Now, I don't have the replay viewer here, but we are going to look from the YouTube VOD and do a little bit more of an analysis approach here. Basically, TLDR of this, how the series has gone so far, is that there has been ridiculous performance on Cat Bastion from Crazy Raccoon. However, it's not been perfect. There's been some hairy moments where team has actually done a really good job playing around it. Junman's gone crazy on ball. Some of the symmetric teleport flip the map stuff has been crazy. We see some Moira. We've seen Cass. We've seen Cat Bastion. We've seen Diva. We've seen May. We've seen even Reaper. Looked terrible. It's been everything. So we've seen a little bit of everything here. The crucial thing here is that a lot of the good bans here, for lack of a better term, have been kind of used up. Ram, yeah, have been used up. So going into Suravasa, you've got a flashpoint map where mobility and movement is needed. My prediction, without knowing anything, is I don't want to see Bastion. I think this map is too open for that. I want to see Soj. I wouldn't mind seeing some Ram or Diva. They can't ban Diva anymore, to my knowledge. Soj, Lusu, the typical slop of movement, mobility, poke, a little bit here and there. So if we don't see that, I will be surprised and or impressed or excited. And I'm assuming that we don't see that. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. That is what, like, if without cheating here, that is what I would expect. So TM is going to ban Jetpack Cat. Final nail in the coffin. That's it. No Cat Bastion. They're going to ban Sojourn. Okay, that's an important ban. That's exactly what I was expecting them to run. Wide open sightlines, a lot of mobility, a lot of movement. So do they run Cassidy? What do you do if you're Twisted Minds? Diva, Lucio, maybe Juno, Brigitte, Cassidy Sim. This seems pretty reasonable for me from Twisted Minds. This also seems fairly reasonable from Crazy Raccoon. You got a little bit of your movement speed. Now, they don't have speed. That is worth noting here. So that is unusual. We saw Mizuki Kiriko earlier, but we didn't see it on a map where moving around as much as Flashpoint was necessary. So I'm kind of surprised at what Crazy Raccoon looks like. Maybe they'll swap before they leave. So teleport. Yeah, this is kind of what I would expect from TM and Crazy Raccoon minus the Mizuki. That is a little bit unusual. Initial rotation from Twisted Minds are going to meet on that long sight line. Teams never utilize. So one of the big things here is a lot of, if you ever play in ranked, people always rotate. Let's kind of skip here. They always rotate to this side of the map. But the reason why you don't see this in much in higher ranks is because this is a pretty compressed area. And unless you're really, really good in compressed areas, oftentimes if you have a gun hero, it's really good to control this sight line here, especially if you can hurry him there with speed boost and or teleport here. So you'll see a lot more fights happen for this very, very OP sight line if you can. And if you're playing in ranked and you can get here quickly as a poke character or even a poke support, this is definitely like a really, really strong sight line. So that's kind of a fun little detail there. They're both going to teleport high ground for the support for their hit scan. They're going to teleport high ground, but they got a ram shield. So let's see what happens here. Ramatra is really good at forcing point, but Diva is really good at diving isolated targets and just moving around the map much more comfortably. I would prefer Diva given the context of the map, but maybe Diva's been nerfed a little bit too much. Maybe Diva's not quite as strong. There's the teleport to high ground for the Cassidy for the off angle. Diva's on main. Ramatra lives. Ramatra has a really, really, really strong tempo. In other words, when he uses his shield or he uses his form, he's very strong. He's able to hold space. But then Diva has much lower cooldown, so she's relevant a lot more frequently than Ramatra. So let's see what happens. They might try to force point. They get point flip. That's huge. That's using their Ramatra's strength. And maybe the Mizuki just is like, okay, we're not going to really rotate. We're just going to kind of stand on point and heal and shoot. And also that Mizuki. So one of the details about Mizuki that we've kind of seen here is that Crazy Raccoon is kind of adapted, is that they utilize Chorong's root, the root that Mizuki provides, as a way to deny the Diva's engage. So the matchup for Mizuki versus Diva can be very strong, and that's probably why it's being utilized here. That being said, as I mentioned, you do still lose the speed boost to push with your ultimates or disengage with their ultimates. So maybe they need to use their symmetric teleport. I don't know. So this is interesting here. Yeah, Ram is just living on point right now. And unless they can teleport their Cassidy to height, it's really hard for Quartz to get a good angle here, right? Like, we're just kind of staring at a Ram shield most of the time here. And so they've had a really hard time. That's why you've seen, if you've watched a lot of high-level Overwatch, you might notice that on this first point, we've even had teams run Sigma here, even though it's Flashpoint, just because it's this massive sightline. So I'm curious to see, what is UB going to do with teleport? Fake teleport top, high noon. They're going to try to boop. There's the shield expired. There's the speed boost catches somebody. Kitsu used in response. Kitsu used in response to that response. And so what they did there is they faked teleport top. And what that does is that changes the shield angle and the shield timing. Then they speed boost, utilizing obviously amp speed from Lucio, their high noon. And if that doesn't get a kill, which it probably shouldn't, probably won't, at the very least, it means you're much more likely to capture point, which then means you can comfortably trade your support ult for support ult, and you have point advantage here. So I don't know why Stalker being 10. I don't know if that was a mistake. There's no boop here that I can see, so that's just a bit of a misplay. Kitsu versus Kitsu, but one team is down a player. Little flank there from Yubi to kind of distract. And he's super high beam charge right now, so he's just going to get that trade. Oh, they commit sim wall? Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know. That's a huge commitment. Now, they are stalling point for longer here, but I don't know that that's necessarily worth it. And that UB angle is OP, man. Okay. Yeah, Ram is just living on point. That's what Ram does. And in those situations, getting first flip because of Ram, yeah, it's worth it, man. It's worth it. But huge trade there for Twisted Minds. Like, you're willing to take that flashpoint. You only need to win 2 more fights, essentially. And ultimately, like, Ram ult, Mizuki ult, High Noon, these aren't really consistent, guaranteed ults. Not versus this matchup, necessarily. They're going to flip. Again, you notice that they took the sightline control here. So they're going to flip. Now, I don't know why TM doesn't try to match that, but understandable. Maybe they just think that we can just stall point instead, but I think it's really hard to stall point in a Mizuki ult. Now your entire team is basically invulnerable. So that needs to be a disengage. That's going to force a DMAC. And they get point flip. This is why we take the early fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we take the early fight. If you let them go to point and ram shield Mizuki ult, this is a mistake, right? Now the point is flipped. Now they have time to build up their ults as a response. Not good. TVNT also dies for this as well. So he had to bomb forced as well. Great push there from Crazy Raccoon. Really poorly played from Twisted Minds. They should not have let that flip happen. They should not have let that rotation happen. And so they're going to sim wall. They're going to try to catch that with High Noon. There's the teleport. Will he take it? He does. Sim wall might deny it. But again, all of this crap is happening, and the point is still Crazy Raccoon's favor. They're going to beat in response. But the beat, I don't know if you can kill Junman with that. Junman's going to press that block button really, really well. And he lives. Oh my gosh. That's again what Junman does. He's saying gets picked off, though? What happens to he's saying here? Okay, he's trying to stall. He's trying to stall point. Twisted Minds has to use Kitsune Rush in response. And I think at this point, if you're Crazy Raccoon, you're cool with losing this now. Because, yeah, if you're Twisted Minds, you're like, oh, we clutched it. However, look at how expensive that was for Twisted Minds, man. Look at how expensive this was. Kitsu beat Bomb Simwall. And what do they use? High Noon Ramel Mizuki. And so now, the most consistent of all support holds, especially nowadays, Kitsune Rush and Twisted Minds will have High Noon. Not that this should be, the next fight should be Crazy Raccoon. This should be a flip. And so Twisted Minds has to do something silly. They should have done something silly last time. What are they going to do?
It's up to Courts with a High Noon. They're looking to push the pace. Catch Crazy Raccoon off guard in the spawn.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like the audacity. They're going to go ball to touch, which is really strange. I don't think they needed that much urgency. Hang on, why did they go ball? Did they think that the spawn fight was going to happen? And that, when does Junman swap? Does he swap when he sees the spawn camp? Maybe. Because he's thinking, oh, you're going to fight a spawn? I'm going to go touch your point. But that's kind of bad now, because you would prefer Ram. You've got plenty of time to touch point. Ooh. All right, let's see it. Will Vigilante get the ult in time? Should be, almost certainly. They want ball for the other points? I mean, they could. I mean, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe ball for... I mean, yeah, because sitting on point is not as good on the other points because they're not... there's a lot more different ways to approach it. The problem with this point here is that you kind of see it's like kind of like a wind tunnel. The angles aren't very good. So yeah, maybe the plan is long-term ball. It would be good. He gets the touch, takes a lot of damage. Vigilante uses Kitsu. TM goes for the Deadeye. They need some stupid Deadeye shenanigans to happen here. They don't get it, but they do hit the flash. I mean, the chaos here, that's not a good Kitsune. Like, they didn't get a lot out of that. That was well played by TM. They caused just enough chaos So Kitsune Rush didn't do a lot. They get the beat engage here. Can they connect with anybody? Nope, they zoom him off a point. Wow. Okay, you're on Sim Cassidy. What do you do if you're Twisted Minds here? Or Crazy Raccoon, sorry. This comp is weird, man. Like, this is a weird composition. Does Stalker swap Tracer? I mean, you have Sim Wall. It feels bad to swap off a Symmetra Wall, no? Maybe they stay. This is such a weird comp, guys. This is so weird. This is so weird, man. This is what, you know, everybody plays their own angle, I guess. Just plays full deathmatch mode. It could work, I guess. And you still have your root for the D.Va. They can't just 3-2-1 onto your backline, you know? You don't need speed boost, I guess, if you got a root to stop that D.Va from running it down. So they're going to control the high ground here. And then, what do you do here? I guess you could disengage the high noon to start, right? That's what's happening on our screen right now. And then for Twisted Minds, you disengage this, and you play Sim Wall trade on point, and then you disengage the Chorong ult, and then you Kitsune layer on top of that. I don't know. This looks okay for TM here. As long as they don't get caught by a high noon teleport, which they don't. There's a Sim Wall trade. Kitsune. Yeah, so you can disengage 2 for 1, that's fine. And then you can Sim Wall engage here. So what is Crazy Raccoon gonna do? Okay, they're gonna full flip top. 3, 2, 1, Sim Wall. High noon. Okay. Oh, he's saying low Sim Wall, Yubi. Sim Wall, Yubi. Hello, Sim Wall. Earth the Sim. Ah! Why are they using Sim Wall? Just walk at a point and Sim Wall. So Sim Wall is really good because it's basically infinite shield that you could disengage and kind of hold an area on. So they got greedy. They got real greedy here, where they're like, oh, we could just do a little silly play, high noon, force him off a point, and then we can Sim Wall later. Okay, fine. So it doesn't quite work out. Okay, not the end of the world. You know, you can see the little boop there from Astro. Good try. But we need Sim Wall here. We have an ultimate. Why are we not using our ultimate? Sim Wall is basically a support ult because it reduces the amount of damage that you take drastically all over the map. You split the map, it's really good. The problem here is that TMNT is getting murdered because he doesn't have a Sim Wall. He didn't have a Sim Wall. So we're doing all this crazy flank shenanigans here when we have Symmetra Wall. And I don't understand why we're not using it here. Yeah, I don't even know where Yubi is. I think Yubi's just sitting on backline. Like, he's just right there. He's fine. Just use it. I don't understand. This is a huge mistake from TM. This is unbelievably greedy, and that's just a free fight win. And you cannot afford to give fight wins like that for free. Oh, they're going to use Bomb as well? No way that they win this, right? So much. Yeah, and see, now we're going to use Wall, but there's no guarantee that this is even a one fight right now. Like, even the worst case scenario, it's like you gave so much point stall there. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Rare macro misplay from Twisted Minds in terms of the fight planning here. Okay. Crazy Raccoon stays in the funny comp still. We got a Kitsune point on point. The question is Twisted Minds. Do Twisted Minds try to live the Kitsune Rush? I feel like the answer is probably no. I feel like they're probably going to disengage point. But I think that's fine for Crazy Raccoon. Oh, they're going to go early? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're going to try to cheat. But the problem is, so what I mean by cheat is essentially what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to go straight from X to Y here. A to B, right? That's a Y, by the way. X to X. Because they know that they don't have a support ult. So they're just going to try to skip steps and just run it down. Kill him quick. The problem here is that it's not well timed. And the problem is what makes teleports like this work is Matrix. So if you guys ever want to like try to make a teleport play in the enemy backline, because you've seen Yubi do it, you might realize it's a lot harder than it looks, because you might just blow up doing it. Like, you could look at it right here, right? There's the teleport. There's like 1, 2, potentially 3 different angles here that they're going to shoot that teleporter from. Yeah, you could see it right there. And everybody that's in that is just going to explode, even if they get matrixed. The problem here is that for this to work, D.Va needs to either go with it or D.Va needs to meet them there. So this is, again, a rare misplay. Usually Twisted Minds is the best team in the world at doing these kind of plays. But this is horrifically synchronized. It's a regressive play as it is, right? It's probably just better to just disengage as soon as they use Kitsune Rush. But they're going to go for an aggressive play, and they're going to execute it really, really, really poorly. Yeah, he turns the Matrix to enemy TP. You can't do this. So this is a miscommunication. A terrible miscommunication. It's a greedy play, and I don't hate it. The idea, like, you don't have Kitsune Rush, so you want to try something funny, but like that's really poor. Two uncharacteristically poor plays from Twisted Minds on things that they're supposed to be good at: old economy and teleports. That's what they do well, and that was bad. Okay. They're going to Symmetra flip here. They should probably go top left with the cast. They are going to do that. Diva helps you to get that rotation for safety. But the problem here is that you're going into Simwall, and unlike Yubi here, I bet you Heeseng's going to rip it pretty quickly here. They need to play it slow for their support ult. It's a big slam, so that's a lot of support ult charge. Will they find a way? There's the Simwall. Now they're going to punish Diva. TVNT's low. They're going to try to disengage it at the last possible second. Yeah, TVNT dies for the touch. It doesn't matter. Oh, man. TVNT dies for the touch, but doesn't get the touch, and they don't quite get their support ults. This is why it's so important to do the basics correct. Because you look at this and you're like, dude, if TM literally had 3 more seconds here, I think they win this fight. Because they have double support ults. Good. They just wasn't on time. Just wasn't on time. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. This is a terrible point for TM. And really well played by Crazy Raccoon. Needs to lock them out if they want to cheat that hard. I mean, I think it's fine. He just wasn't even there. You know, like, he wasn't even there. All right. Again, double support ult. How does Crazy Raccoon play this? How do they bait it? Oh, no. Huge slam. Stalker with the flank. And there's the kill. If you can't match them on support ults, you flank. If you can't, and that's a good thing for ranked either, right? You know, you're playing into Nanoblade, or I mean, Nanoblade's not exactly a support ult, but you get what I'm saying. If you're playing a Graviton Surge, you don't play honestly, right? You play dishonest. You wrap around. You cause chaos. You can't meet these guys in point. You get creative, exactly. Really well played. Because worst case scenario, you lose. Ooh, Kitsu? Oh, I don't know about that. They're just going to 1-for-1 in cap point anyway. I do not like that at all. And Mizuki ult is way more inconsistent than Kitsune Rush. Not way more, but more. So, like, that's not even a good trade. Beat. They caught Heeseng without teleporter. That's big. No teleporter, so they can beat engage. They can turn the tables real quick there. So Crazy Raccoon gets a little bit complacent there. And that's a great response there from TM. It's a great response. So Crazy Raccoon goes like, oh, we're up 1 or 2. But it's like, yo, support ults, guys. They're still there. He's going to take some support ult charge. Nice. That was good. That Twisted Minds needed something, right? And they got it. The only thing you do is on my wife. Ram. Again, I think it's point specific. I really think this is point specific. You can live on point really well here. Just the nature of the point itself. The nature of the point. He already has this minor perk. Well, he played Ram earlier, to be fair. So they're going to force point. They're going to high noon in response. This is going to be a chaos fight from Twisted Minds because we've got Kitsune Rush for point. So when do Crazy Raccoon rip the Kitsune Rush? Yubi? Yubi goes for the teleport. Oh, he gets shot. He gets exploded setting up the teleport. So he dies peeking for the teleport. Was it worth it? It might have been worth it. Bam, 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 bam with this Symmetra. You don't need to start in a flank if you just all of a sudden appear on one. Yubi died for this, yes. They're going to go ball, and they're going ball here because there's urgency. They got to touch. So, TM. Build your Kitsu, mirror the Kitsu. Sim wall to mirror their Kitsu, and then Kitsu layer on top of that and just pray that they are. Or abuse the panic and disengage the first ultimate that they use. Let's see. He did turn into John Marston there, that's right. It looks like they're posturing for a disengage and or mark on ball. I'm curious to see, what do they do here? No team really wants to be the first one to ult here, because the other one might disengage it. Kitsu for Kitsu. Slam. They're going to commit with Simwall. They're going to go in with teleport and Simwall. I don't hate it, because now, see, the difference here is, I'm still not sure how I feel about this. It's very risky, but the difference is that this teleport in worked because they had Matrix for it. You've got Lumbago, okay. The only problem is that based off, okay, Astro dies. It's based off the nature of going in here. Look at how much more difficult the symbol is to get value out of. You see this symbol? This symbol just is good everywhere. This blue symbol, right? This orange symbol, which is Twisted Mind symbol, is only good on the engage. Right there. You see it? So now, as the fight, see, Astro's trying to stall point, right? But Astro can't stall point. Astro needs to let them flip point, I think. And I think they need to play for the kill. I think this is them trying to both go for backline and stall point. This is greed. You can't do that. You can't do that. You play for the all-in, you go for the all-in. So once again, even though it's not as egregiously bad as not going with Matrix, we have Twisted Minds going for an aggressive push, but kind of like maybe halfway. No. Astro dies for this frickin' crap. Let them flip. Get a kill. You went for the aggressive play. You chose to go for the aggressive play instead of play patiently and point. So commit to that play. They tried to do both. They did both poorly. GG's. That's a bad, bad fight to lose. You had map control. You've traded 2 ults for 2 ults. You can't afford to lose those sweaty fights. You can't afford to lose those sweaty fights, man. You just can't. Because now it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, we got beat and stuff, but like beat ain't what it used to be, my friends. And we're coming up very close to another mines. We've got Mizuki ult to kind of delay that as well. All right, are they going to get more? Are we going to get 2 for 1 here? Are we going to get 2 crazy flank noons here? Here we go. They know it's coming, right? Surely. There's the Mizuki ult. That's really good versus high noon. They're just like, yeah, I dare you to shoot into it. Oh no, the beat. Oh no, the beat. Oh no, he beats for Sim. He beats for Sim, but there again, nothing happens with the beat, dude. Oh, that's really bad. And they don't even have Symmetra anymore, or teleport. Oh, man. Oh, UB with a clutch flank. I don't think it matters, so I don't think it matters. Yeah. Yeah, again, it's just like there's like a real disconnect about whether TM's going to commit or not. I understand the beat, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, they didn't even set up the noon all that well. This is rough, man. Malga. Sure. Malga's good versus this matchup. Malga's good on King of the Hill, Flashpoint. Can move around a lot.
Trying to deal with this pressure from the wrecking ball of Junbin. The Mizuki may be a little bit less impactful against the Malga as well, as opposed to the...
True. Yeah, they're a little bit less impactful. It's a little bit harder to root Malga who's running, obviously. And Malga's cage is just way better than Diva Bomb. It's like a really, really good ult for this matchup. Sim to Metro. Teleport's already used, or that's a little early. Big Slam. Roots hits. Simwall as well. Kitsu's used as well. Simwall does an amazing job countering that Kitsune Rush, which then means Vigilante can use his Kitsune Rush later. And so that should be a flip and a fight win for Crazy Raccoon. Let's see if they can chase the kills. They do. Huge shot. Difficult for them to disengage. Does Yubi have Simwall? No, he does not. So they flip a teleporter. They try to disengage the Kitsune Rush, but they're unable to. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. Yeah, Crazy Raccoon so far has done a much better job not losing the fights that they should win. You see what I'm saying? They had 2 ults there versus 1. You had a small advantage. They snowballed. It was good, right? They've won the fights that they should win. That's it. The Zarya swap? I don't know, man. Like, maybe the Zarya for the catch on the engage on your backline, but I don't know, man. Oh, Junbin is just ridiculous. This slam here and then the follow-up from the shots afterwards, you can't bubble all of that, you know? And this is a really good ball point. Lots of open space, lots of angles to engage from. Oh, man. No, 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 no. They've got to use ults early now. And this puts Crazy Raccoon in such a powerful position because they could bait ults and then disengage. What are they going to do? There's the Medivh just to get them there faster. There's the early pressure. Oh, whoa. Chorong. Uh-oh, huge error. Break the mines. They need to settle here. Beat engage. That is not a good beat, ladies and gentlemen. That is a really bad beat. There's nobody here. This is a match nerves beat. Match nerves beat. Match nerves beat. I mean, the Diva swap was good. You gotta go. You gotta be able to get to point. You gotta be able to help your team get to point. This beats terrible. We have a mana advantage. Our Diva will easily touch here. We've kited and baited the mines. This is actually really good for team, all things considering. So you need to trust your Diva to touch. This beat does nothing. They're just gonna run away. They're just gonna run away, right? Like you see it, like they're just gonna run away. Relax, man. I know easier said than done, but like that's a huge problem. Oh my gosh. Quartz. Suzu's used. That's a really nice fight win there for TM. And that kind of compensates for the beat mistake because winning a fight off of basically nothing feels really freaking good. You needed that. You needed that here. So you're going to have time to build Kitsune Rush. You can maybe mirror. Oh, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going. They clear ball and they just keep going. The confidence under this amount of pressure is unreal. And they're not going to get flip either. Huge. Now, if you're Crazy Raccoon, you basically have to play for something kind of chaotic here. And I think that probably starts with trying to set up something with your sim wall when you can, and then trying to use Mizuki Ultimate as your layering. Now, for Twisted Minds, I think you can play this one a lot more honestly. And the reason why is because, yeah, you have sim wall, you have Kitsune, yeah. But Diva can anchor on point, and all the mess and the chaos, Diva can control it easier. She can matrix all those bad things more consistently here. So, yes. So let's see what happens here. You can be patient here if you're Twisted Minds. You don't need to force anything. They're waiting to see what's going to happen before you commit their teleport. Pressuring up. We might even have to see a Kitsune Rush from Vigilante here. Let's see what they do. Judgment goes over top. Engage forced. Mines. Not mines, sorry. Shield. Root onto Diva. Diva's low. Kitsune Rush. Kitsune Rush. Do we simul? We do. No. TVNT gets demeched. Dude, TVNT is getting murked. You simul, Kitsu, and you also got demeched. Oh, no. TVNT live. No, he doesn't live. Quartz? They don't have teleport. They don't have teleport. They should have banned ball. Hindsight's 2020. But I don't know. Cat Bastion, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm telling you, man, the timing of Twisted Mind's ult layering was completely off this map. Completely off. Like, you see the steamroller damage here. You know, that's a big chunk of damage there. But the root, the steamroller, the sim beam, like, we have to be faster on the draw there. Where's my Suzu? Where's my Suzu, dude? The Suzu doesn't hit. It's just late. And we cannot let that happen, man. This keeps happening. They keep messing up their timing of their push, and TVNT keeps getting demeched in situations where they have ult advantage. I mean, beat, yeah, the wasted beat was really bad, but in hindsight, like, he would, like, regardless of whether he wasted or not, I don't think he would have had it at this point in time, because, like, I mean, yeah, I understand your point here, but like that's super hindsighty, right? Like, you look at this and you're like, 1, 2, you can match them on everything that they have, basically. Yeah, Mizuki, they technically have 2 support ults, but you also have 2 junk ults, which aren't, like, useless. Like, Noon and Diva Bomb are fine. Like, I would take that over Mizuki ult, probably, you know? But yeah, like, it feels like TM really fell off macro-wise, man. It really fell off macro-wise. The timing of their pushes was really, really bad. Credit goes credit is due, though. They played really well in a lot of the other maps, and the fact that it even got to this point showcases TM's ability to play as well as they did. I mean, to come from behind 2-0 to win 3 in a row is insane, but well-deserved win by Crazy Raccoon, man. And Junbin is just, this team just looks different when Junbin is in. Max played well when he did, but Junbin just kind of comes in, lights out. Would it be better for Astrodemir or Mizuki? I don't think so, no. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. That's a heartbreaker, though, for TM. Heartbreaker for TM. They played well. Yeah, and great series. Great series. Like, insane that went down to the wire for sure.
work for this one, Matt. They took the long, hard road in this series.
Well, the thing is to say the team needs to work on their timing and coordination. I mean, guys, this is the team that is nothing but timing and coordination. For me, I look at this more along the lines of like, they weren't as tight as they usually were. Is it the match nerves? Did they need more experience? Did they need better sleep? Did they need this situation where they go, oh gosh, I need to not do that again? You know, I mean, if I would say yes, if it wasn't for the fact that this team has consistently showed us some of the best timing and coordination in Overwatch, professional Overwatch history, you know? So it's more along the lines of why were you not able to showcase the best that you possibly can? And then can we, and also like, I think it's also like only one team can win, right? If TM wins this, now we're sitting there thinking like, man, what happened to Chorong, dude? What a fraud Max is, you know, like, you know, even though Max did great and sick, like it's like somebody has to lose, right? And TM coordinated pretty well most of the series. So maybe it's even unfair for me to be like, oh yeah, TM looks like they fell off in terms of their timing and coordination. I don't know. Just wasn't what we'd expect for a couple of fights. But somebody has to freaking lose, you know? Somebody has to lose. And I'm looking at the level of Overwatch here, and I really don't think the level of timing and cohesion was like bad. I think it was okay. Like this was a pretty solid macro Overwatch. My biggest criticism is that I think Crazy Raccoon and to a lesser extent TM, given the chaos of like the meta, made a lot of really bad swaps. I think a lot of heroes just were not good. I mean, I can probably go down in every single map I think a hero was played. But I also gave the disclaimer at the start that I understand why that's the case. It's not really an iron dot meta, so people are kind of ranked moding it a little bit. Like, for example, here, I think them swapping off of Cassidy here was a huge mistake. I think they should have stayed Cassidy and played for the RNG. I think trying to mirror Cat Bastion was just a huge mistake. But then you go to Well, and they did figure it out. It was just too late. I think Hogwa even was fine. If we go to Circuit Royale, I think Sojourn, not a good decision. Sojourn was not a good decision from them. But then I think that they tried to adjust. They didn't just quite work out as well. If you go to King's Row, I think Stalker's throwing in Bastion. Like, I just think it's just a horrendous choice for this map. I think if we go to New Jung City, I think the Cat Bastion was risky, but staying on it for the 4th point was absurdly stupid. I think Stalker probably shouldn't have been Bastion in the first place. If we go to the next map, I don't know why Stalker goes Reaper here. I have no idea why he goes Reaper, and I also don't know why Ramattra was the play instead of mirroring D.Va necessarily. I don't think Ramattra was terrible, but I question that decision. If we go to Oasis, I think the heroes were fine, to be honest with you guys. I think the heroes were relatively fine. Very little critiques from how either team played Oasis, and I think to a lesser extent here, I think this also kind of applies here as well. Yeah, I mean, they played a lot of games. Both teams played it really well. I enjoyed the series, and even with the cornball stupid swaps that we saw, that also added a lot of personality and a lot of flavor, and I enjoyed it. So, good stuff. Yeah, pressure on the players is immense here. The fact that these guys like this to me is like so freaking incredible from TM. Look at this. Like look at this. This moment right here is like, this is why these guys TM deserves to keep their chin up. Look at this crap. Look at this crap right here. Look at this crap. Well, watch this right here. Look at these guys. Look at this. They're in their spawn. You lose one fight, game's over. Your series is over, and they're in their spawn. I love that. That just that's them trusting their process. It wasn't ego. It was a good strategic play, but that's scary to do there, right? It's so much easier to play not to lose, and they didn't, you know? Is this the best play from any Overwatch finals? No, I don't think so. This was a good series because of the compositional variety, but I was surprised that people were saying that this is the best map or the best finals. Like, dude, this isn't even close. This is not even the best OWCS game that I've seen in the last year. It was a really good series. Really good series. I think the level of play was very high, so that definitely helps. Yeah. Cheers, Switch. I appreciate it, brother. Have a good rest of your day, mate. Yeah, it's definitely recency bias. It was a good series. Very, very good series. Excellent series, I'd even say. Very difficult to find a better series than this, but they're yeah. Compared to the others we had. Okay, yeah, that's true. There were a lot of really crappy matches here, 3-0s and stuff. But yeah, great series. Well deserved from CR, and also TM continues to find ways to play variations of their style. which is that has to feel pretty good, you know. But yeah. Dude, Astro's so freaking tall, dude. Class act. Good smiles and respect from the TM players. That's not easy, man. I can't even imagine the feeling. It's a good try. Yeah, and like I think this is like you guys know me. I'm gonna be hypercritical at all points, but remember, somebody has to lose. Somebody has to lose. Right? Somebody has to lose, man. These guys should be proud of themselves. TM and Crazy Raccoon. And the third place and fourth place finishers, you know? Somebody's got to freaking lose, dude. Not everyone can be a winner. You know? Somebody has the best players in the world. And sometimes it's luck of the draw. That's just how it goes. Any given time, anybody can beat anybody. So my dad used to say about a lot of sports, you know? Good for them. So it's a great series. To me, the mark of a great team is a team that's consistently relevant, top tier for long periods of time, right? Top 3, 4, 2, just consistently, right? And TM is definitely matches that, right? So, you know, good day, bad day, you never know. RNG happens. But think about how many fight, like literally think about like last fight here. Like I cannot undersell the fact that the Twisted Minds was half of a second late with their Suzu. And with whatever else, like TV&T being DMAC'd here and then them hitting the root, that's it. Like that's the series. I am like 70% confident that Twisted Minds wins this fight if TV&T doesn't get DMAC'd or get Suzu. Like I'm like 70% sure they win this fight. Now they have to win one more, right? So who knows? But that's it. That timing right there, right? And you could do that at multiple different times, right? Like, what was the fight? What was a really bad fight, right? Was it, yeah, the one where they went for the back line and they just didn't matrix the rotation at all, you know? Yeah, it could have gone either way so easily. Again, this is another one. This is exactly the thing I was talking about. Like, they disengage the ult, but TV&T still gets its bomb force, right? Like, those kind of mistakes, it's crippling, right? Like, crippling, right? So, it just could have gone either, and Oasis, right? Could have gone either way, right? Like, so many fights could have gone either way. Yeah. Zeta versus Crazy Raccoon Stage 1 is the best series of the year, in my opinion. Could be, yeah. But great series. I'm really glad I watched it. Insane level of play from all the teams. It's nice to see like the level of Overwatch play still remaining high. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Shout out to the players for putting on a great job. And obviously, like, you know, even like the scapegoat Astro, it's like, dude, it had a couple of fine beats that people thought was bad. And honestly, like stuff like a couple of the bad beats were also like, hey, he had a bad beat, but also he wasn't the only person that got Maywall there. We also saw Simple get his Suzu force as well, but Kiriko can teleport through a wall. Luzu can't. So it was like Astro didn't have a good series for sure, but also it was like he wasn't like the reason that they lost. Like how many times have we been like, dude, Quartz, you got to hit that shot, or like Yubi, like what are we doing with that sim wall, or TV&T, why are we getting DMAC'd, or like why are we not timing our push better? Like everybody like, and it's really hard for me to say that because it's also very difficult to watch from like a VOD to know. You have to like go patiently. So I used to do this back with London. I would go through the entire VODs hours after, I think like 3 hours after every win or loss that we had, and really analyze the micro in the replay viewer and try to find out how our level was. People had bad days and good days. It wasn't necessarily about exposing people, but what we did is as I would look for weak points, I would be like, hey, Admiral had a horrible series, right? But I would have to study the VOD to know that. And then we decide what to do about that. You know, like, is it an understanding? Was it choking? But I mean, that took me, who's my literal job, hours to do this. By the way, that sucked, dude. Losing a game and having to sit there in the VOD for 3 hours afterwards might be the most difficult role. It's definitely the most punishing role in many of these things here. So, but you have to study the VOD to know a lot. Not always, but a lot of the times you do need to. A lot of the time you need to. I'm not saying that there aren't a lot of mistakes that you can't eye check like pretty quickly, which is, we did a lot of that today, but it's very difficult to know for sure, always. And also you don't know what the comms are like either. Yeah, insane mental diff to come back from 2-0 and such a dominating 2-0 as well.